time in 9 seasons the Golden Knights have reached the third round. And this time around, Gary, they face the Colorado Avalanche.
It's a juxtaposition of a team that was one of the very best in the regular season. That's Colorado. They won the President's Trophy versus the Golden Knights team, who really didn't figure it out until the last 8 games of the regular season. Both have been very good in the playoffs. I would make the argument Vegas has had a tougher path. Utah and Anaheim, LA was not as good as either of those teams, and Minnesota, by the time Colorado and Minnesota locked up, they were banged up, and their goaltending fell apart as well. So I think Vegas has actually had a tougher path to get here. We're going to find out who the better team is.
And see who's in the lineup today.
Yes, so the big news from a Golden Knights perspective, Mark Stone was on the ice this morning with a bunch of his teammates, Jack Eichel, Riley Smith, Caden Korzak, a bunch of guys out there that scratches, and Eichel, and then Stone. The other big news was Jared Bednar, coach of the Avalanche, announced this morning Cale Makar would not play tonight. He said he's progressing. He listed him as day-to-day.
So no Mark Stone, no Cale Makar for Game 1, but sounds like both possible for Game 2 or perhaps later in this series. Knights and Avalanche met in the 2021 second round. Vegas lost the first 2 games of that series. Both here in Denver went on to win the series in 6. Both teams, by the way, tied for the regular season point lead that year. And by tiebreaker, the Avalanche won the President's Trophy. When we come back, we'll hear from the Golden Knights head coach, John Tortorella, to look back at the second round against the Ducks and to preview this one, the third round. It's the Western Conference Final, the Avalanche and the Golden Knights from Denver. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
What do you think makes the perfect snack?
It's gotta be when I'm really craving it and it's convenient.
Could you be more specific?
When it's cravenient.
Okay.
Like a freshly baked cookie made with real butter, available right now in the street at AM/PM, or a savory breakfast sandwich I can grab in just a second at AM/PM.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Well, yeah, we're talking about what I crave.
Which is anything from AM/PM.
What more could you want?
Stop by AM/PM, where the snacks and drinks are perfectly craveable and convenient. That's Cravenience. AM/PM, too much good stuff. The legendary El Cortez Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas's original downtown hotspot since 1941. Play the slots, hit the tables, sip on classic cocktails, and enjoy hospitality the old school way. Experience the perfect mix of vintage Vegas charm and modern excitement that can't be found anywhere else. Whether you're here to stay, play, or dine, the good old days of Las Vegas are alive and well at El Cortez Hotel and Casino.
Back to the rink as Dan Duva catches up with Vegas Golden Knights coach John Tortorella.
In Denver, the Golden Knights and Avalanche play Game 1 of the Western Conference Final. I'm Dan Duva with head coach of the Golden Knights, John Tortorella. Torts, here we go. Lots to talk about for the series in front of us, but one last look back at what happened against the Anaheim Ducks. What stands out to you about the way your team won the series?
Yeah, as the first 2 series, both identical. We got better as the series went on. I don't think we lost our confidence. I don't think we lost how we go about each and every day, and just trusted that we were going to get better. So it's really good news.
Mitch Marner has one of the great goals of the season a minute into Game 6. Did you have a good view of it?
Yeah, I did. I had a great view of the pass. No one talks about the pass by Bill. It's a great pass. Saw a really good view of it. A very important moment for us because you want to get a lead, going back into the building. Yeah, one of the best goals I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, just incredible. And then, of course, your team builds from there. Mitch Marner not only scores that goal, we've talked about a lot of the details, a lot of the little things. And over the course of now 12 playoff games, which of those little things have you seen most important from him?
Yeah, it's checking away from the puck. He does so many good things with anticipation skills as far as just stopping the other team's offense. How he reloads, how he just understands where to be positionally. One of our best penalty killers, too. He anticipates plays. We have 3 shorthanded goals. I think he's involved in all 3 of them. 4 of them, yes. And
the record, by the way, is 5 shorthanded assists in the playoffs. Well, it's Wayne Gretzky.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Back in the day. Yeah, he just does that. He's a student of the game. And a high scorer like he is, a lot of people don't understand that part of him, and we see it all the time.
Is it possible that Marner, William Karlsson, and Brett Howden together, it's been a handful of games now, are getting even better the more they go?
Yeah, I think they feel more and more comfortable. I think Howds isn't a real big talker. Bill certainly isn't a big talker. Mitch talks for all of them. So he's very, very vocal, but it's good. For a young player like Howds especially, to be around those two, it's really good. It's turned into a really good line. Hopefully they keep on getting better as this series goes.
And then, Pavel Dorofeev, you can't forget about the guy who leads the playoffs in goals. And once again, as the playoffs have gone along, it seems like in both series he got better as it went.
Yeah, you have to use the word clutch, right? He has made big plays at key times. Not afraid of the moment. You just watch his interviews. He's a hockey player, and I really loved what he said in one of his interviews. It's my job. It wasn't a big deal. He was excited. I think it was that overtime goal, and he was excited. But it's what he is. It's what he's supposed to do. So I've gotten to know him more and more as we've gone on here, and he has become a big play guy for us.
Your blue line has sustained injuries to Jeremy Lauzon, a suspension to Braden McNabb, yet somehow the group seems to rise to the occasion each time. How have you seen the group of defensemen you've used grow?
Yeah, everybody stepped in, right? Coughlin stepped in, Huddy stepped in and played, giving us good minutes. Lousy, who was a player for us, that's played a number of games, but then we took him out, gave us good minutes when we had a suspension and an injury. You always want to try to stay healthy, but you just never know what you find when you go into your depth and another guy comes in. I don't think we've missed a beat. I was really worried about when we lost Snabber, but I don't think we missed a beat. Played a good team defense. It's not only good news now, but for Kelly too, as the future of the team, as he looks to how we're going to keep on building this.
Yeah. The Western Conference Final begins today. You last played last Thursday, so it's not quite a week. I wonder where you see that helping your team. What aspect of the team might that help the most?
Yeah, I think we needed another day in between these series. I thought when we played Anaheim, it came upon us quickly. I even felt it on the bench when the game started that we're playing, and I think we needed another day. This was good timing for us. There's always bumps and bruises and nicks here and there. It's good timing. It gets us out here. They were able to enjoy an exciting series against Anaheim. Found a way to get some good practice days in. Got most of our video done. Sometimes you're kind of crammed. The day of the game, you have a lot of video that you haven't got to, that you have to do it. We're in a good spot now as far as being prepared, and then you'll just let the guys play. So I like how many days we had. I'm really looking forward to see how we step up in our first game.
And to follow up on that, Carter Hart's played every minute of every game. Maybe he could benefit. It'll be his 16th consecutive start today.
Probably the most important guy, right? And it's such a pressure position. It's a team sport, but that's such an individual position that they're kind of locked in. And to me, it's not physical, it's mental, and especially the way he prepares. So it was good that he had a few days. He wants to get on the ice. I try to keep him off the ice. Sometimes I'm always worried about, but just the way he prepares. So good timing for him. I know he's ready to go.
Yeah. Of course, Colorado had wrapped up its series the day before, defeating Minnesota. They've played only 9 games this postseason after they swept L.A. in the first round. Some people, Torts, have said, the Utah was a good team. The Ducks played similar, just better. Maybe Colorado plays similar, just better. I wonder how you see it.
Yeah, it's been one of the, it's been the top team of the league. They're a really good team. They have a great record, but you come to playoffs, all that stuff's wiped clean. Who makes a big play at a key time? I think very important for us. I think they're going to come out here and try to blitz us tonight. I think they're raring to go. I know they're going to be prepared. I know the coach. I know the coaching staff. Nolan Pratt was one of my players on my Stanley Cup team. I know the team is good. I know they're going to be very well coached. I believe we're prepared. I think we have a really good team. I'm not into all the Colorado, how good they are. It's another team. We respect them. We're going to play.
I asked Brandon Saad on the pregame show today, just what is this like, Western Conference Final as a player? And you could just see his face light up, so exciting. What's this like for you?
Yeah, I'm having a blast. Listen, I personally, I've been in a situation, I've been developing teams and really not even thinking about playoffs at certain times, just trying to develop some young kids. I've done that for a number of years. As I've said since I've been here, I feel very fortunate that I got a tap on the shoulder to come in and try to help. I feel it's a blast. I can't help but tell you that it's a blast. I like the team. I like the room. It really gives me a chance to step away sometimes because I think they run with it. We need to guide them, right? We need to guide them, but we don't want to overcoach them. And sometimes we're just cheerleaders as coaches because I think that's where we are as a team here. So anxious to join in here with them. First 2 rounds are always tough to get here. This is when the real fun starts, is when you get into this situation.
Torts, thanks. Best of luck.
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's John Tortorella. We're back with more in a moment. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
At Access, we believe that music and sports are best enjoyed live and in person. That's why we're passionate about providing fans with tickets to the hottest sporting events and concerts around the world, including right here in Vegas. The Access ticketing app is safe, simple, and secure, and you can find it in the App Store for iOS or the Google Play Store for Android. Or visit us at access.com to find tickets to your next unforgettable live experience. That's AXS.com. Access, your ticket to Las Vegas.
Clark County Credit Union is now Create Credit Union. You can expect the same amazing service and great rates that have been part of Southern Nevada for 75 years. We have always been here for what matters most, to help you create the life you want. There are so many benefits to banking at Create Credit Union, so open an account today. It's smart, simple, and convenient. Visit createcu.org to get started. Let us help you create the life you want. Insured by American Share Insurance.
It's time for Vegas Golden Knights hockey. Let's head to the booth with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
We are moments from hockey here at Ball Arena in Denver. Western Conference Final Game 1. Before we drop the puck, it's time for the Star-Spangled Banner as the crowd comes to its feet. Let's listen in.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting, and now gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
To go in the Western Conference Final. Familiar territory for the Golden Knights, relatively speaking. 5th time in 9 seasons they've reached the third round. No other team has been there more than 4 times. Carolina reaching the third round for the 4th time. Dallas, Tampa, other teams that have gone to this level that often since 17-18 when the Knights broke in. So the 5th time for the Golden Knights, and many of those Golden Knights players have been part of it. Here are the starters. Jack Eichel between Ivan Barbashev and Pavel Dorofeev. On defense, Noah Hannafin and Rasmus Andersson. For the Avalanche, Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan McKinnon, Marty Necas up front. Devon Taves and Sam Malinsky, the starters on defense. Kel McCarr out, Mark Stone out. In goal, Carter Hart down to our left. He's played every minute for the Golden Knights. Tied for the NHL's postseason lead in wins, 8, as has Freddie Anderson. Scott Wedgwood, 7-1 in the postseason, had the victory in relief on Wednesday, the overtime closeout win against Minnesota. Knights have not played in 6 days, Avalanche in 7 days. Here we go with Game 1 of the Western Conference Final. McKinnon wins it for the Avalanche, skating right to left. We'll dump it in, icing waved off. Hannafin heads back, makes it up to far boards, connects with Barbashev, finds Eichel in stride, leads his man into the zone left wing, and a shot, glove save. Held by Scott Wedgwood, who snares it, catches with his left hand, and the puck was ticketed for the long post. Gary, no Mark Stone, so Vegas sticks with Barbashev, Eichel, and Dorofeev as its top line, and for good reason. Dorofeev had 4 goals in the first round, 5 goals in the second round, 9 leads the playoffs.
Yeah, they've been real hot. Got together in that second round against Anaheim and really got going. The only change for the Golden Knights is Braden McNabb back in on the blue line.
Paired with Shea Theodore as usual. Face-off win for McKinnon in his own zone. McKinnon helped it back to the D. Taves trying to send it around to the near side, but Dorofeev and Barbashev prevented a clean breakout. They'll try the other side, and this time Malinsky got it out. Eichel steals it at the blue line. Lays it into an open spot on the right wing, and it's hacked out by Malinsky. Picked up by McKinnon. Breaks on the high left to the slot and a drive. Deflected wide left. Malinsky in his 8th playoff game this season. Missed 2 games with an upper body injury. He's on the top pair with Kel McCarr missing his first game of the postseason. Just the second time he's missed a playoff game in his Colorado Avalanche career. Minute gone by, 0-0. Vegas with 1 shot on goal. Puck in the ozone for the Avs, and a point shot blocked. Never got through to the goaltender Hart. Theodore in the way of that one. Leading the postseason in blocked shots, and lots of those are with his stick, as was the case there. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, handled by Brett Kulak. 3 different teams this year for Kulak. Started with the Oilers. Knights had seen him in the postseason in 23 and in 25 as a member of the Oilers. Kulak scored the overtime winner for the Avalanche in the second round. Puck is out of the zone. Avalanche back it up. Right to left they go. Here comes Kulak, who's out there with Jack Ashawn. We expect the Avalanche to use their top 5 defensemen mostly. Ashawn played just a few minutes in the last game. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. A point shot from Ashawn. That's turned away by Hart. Rebound goes into the right circle. Back out to the point. Manson shoots. Blocker save. Rebound to the near boards on the left. Swirled around to the far corner. Sissons reached in, couldn't tip it out. Stays in for Manson, and now in the right corner, Nichushkin reaching for the loose puck back behind. Picked up by Coghlan for the Knights. Hands it off to Tomas Hertl, and the Knights kill that opportunity for the Avalanche. 2 minutes gone, 0-0. Vegas to the ozone. It's thrown toward the goal, but wide. Netminder Wedgwood peeked over his shoulder and saw the retrieval for Josh Manson. Played it out to the right wing. Into the ozone, Jack Drury sidesteps a check. Anderson plays the puck, but he got checked. Bounces around in the right circle for the Avs. Hannafin picks it up, steers it behind. Collision on the near boards, left wing for Colorado. It goes back around the rim. Rolling puck up the wall. Brett Burns takes a hit from Cole Smith, but still got the shot away, and it went wide. Now Burns and Sissons collide. Burns knocked over Cole Smith. Puck goes down to the ozone for the Knights meanwhile. Colasar in pursuit with Dowd. Avalanche try to get it out, and they do, but it goes right to the waiting stick of Theodore at his own blue. Quick up, hops off the stick of McNabb. Avalanche have it through center, goes off Landeskog's stick and toward the goal, steered away by Carter Hart. Puck in toward the slot, off of McKinnon. Knights pick it up. McNabb shimmies his way towards center. In front of his bench, he lifts it forward. Trickles toward the goal, cut down by Devon Taves, the defenseman. Starts Natchez ahead, leads right. McKinnon through the circle, he shot it wide. Missed the glove side post. Clanks out to the left point, Taves. Rink wide right, Malinsky. Back for Taves straight on. Feed left. McKinnon shoots, save. Rebound in front, swept aside. Dorofeev collects and will go in behind his net to settle things down.
McKinnon took a little something off that and was hoping to get a deflection instead of trying to pound it in there. Hart able to turn it aside.
Knights have the puck towards center, but it goes off Marner's stick. Back in for Watt. He shoots, but it's blocked. His good buddy Brett Howden got in the way of that one. Howden trying to hand it off back to Theodore. Shea pressured, but he backhands it around the rim. Up the near side, Marner tied up by Kulak. into the middle and a shot saved by Hart. Rebound in front taken by the Knights. Howden knocked off the puck by Landeskog, and another shot saved, and it is secured. Josh Manson had a follow-up opportunity as now the Avalanche, little extracurricular here, but the linesmen step in quickly. It'll be an ozone draw for the Avs.
Vegas a little sloppy early on in terms of their execution on their passing and trying to clear the puck from the defensive zone. They got to get a little more precise than they have been so far.
Have to deal with a different type of team, of course, in the Avalanche compared to what they saw in the Anaheim series or even the Utah series. Gary, what did you make of the suggestion? I said it to John Tortorella that these teams are somewhat similar, Utah and Anaheim and Colorado, but each level just a better version of the previous one.
Yeah, like I said it earlier, I think it's like A, B, and C. Utah was the C, Anaheim the B. This is the A.
By far. President's Trophy winners. And number one in the Western Conference as well. Colorado number one in the West, and Carolina number one in the East. Avalanche win the ozone draw. High to low pass by the defenseman Ashawn. Threw it behind, and one of the Avs wiped out behind the goal. Ross Colton, former Tampa Bay Lightning. Knights get it out. Behind the defense. Kolasar shoots, save! Kolasar snuck behind the D. He put it into the left pad of Scott Wedgwood. Kolasar without a point yet in the postseason. In the regular campaign, 6 goals and 11 assists, but no points in the playoffs. Left point for Hannafin, left wall to drive. That's a swing and a deflection on a one-time try. Left wall by Dow. It's near the right corner now. Kolasar might have hauled down one of the Avs. No penalty call, though. Here's a pop fly toward the goaltender Wedgwood. He gloves it and leaves it in play. Kolasar, a little buzz by on Josh Manson. Avalanche settle it down. 5 minutes in, 0-0. The Avalanche have only been credited with 2 shots. If that's accurate, they've had a number of attempts blocked or attempts missed because they've had a bunch of attempts. Looked like they might have deserved more than 2. Now they're up to 3, even though they haven't been in the ozone for a couple of minutes. Here's Carlson, right wing for the Knights. Whips it across, but clear through to the far boards. Kept in by Ben Hutton. Leaves it on the left wall for Howden. And then Carlson rims it around right. Coughlin shoots. Steered away by Wedgwood. William Karlsson lands a check on Manson, but Landeskog plays the puck ahead. McKinnon floats it out for Natchez. Coughlin closing on Natchez, but turns out to the outside. And on the back check, Karlsson clears the zone. Natchez and Coughlin teammates with the Carolina Hurricanes. Then Hutton goes back to retrieve the puck behind the Knights' goal. As both sides changing some personnel. Line changes brought to you by William Hill. Here's Tomas Hertl. Finds Saad, but Saad could not receive the pass cleanly. Tips it all the way down to the left corner. Comes around to the near side right for the Knights, and it's chipped out by Kulak. Through center comes Parker Kelly. 4th line here for the Avs. A rim around. Saad gets 2, and along with Hertl on the far boards. And it ends up on McNamstick. A turnover taken in the right side circle by Kelly. Then a turnover, though, at the right point. Burns mishandles, and the Knights break out 3-on-2. Right wing Sissons to Hertl. He shoots. Save. Rebound Hertl. Falling over. He swept it across the crease. Right through Brandon Saad's legs. Anderson pinches to keep it in the zone. It's in the right corner. Once again, Tomas Hertl, oh, so close. Trickler comes near the right side of the net, and Wedgwood reaches around to his left and covers it up. Hertl with points in the last 3, Gary. Goals in Game 4 and Game 5, and an assist in Game 6.
Yeah, it's a real plus if that line can be effective, and the 2 best chances so far come from the 4th line and the 3rd line for Vegas.
Keegan Kolasar, no points in the postseason, 6 goals in the regular campaign. Hertl with 2 goals here in the playoffs, 24 in the regular season. Each team credited with 3 shots, 0-0, 13:33 to play first period. Western Conference Final Game 1. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hello, my name is Ramon Martin del Campo, City of Henderson police officer and former Las Vegas Lights team captain. My mother, Susie, desperately waited for a second chance after years of fighting kidney disease. Through a paired kidney exchange program, she was able to receive the gift of life through transplant. Currently, about 85% of Americans waiting need a kidney transplant. I am a living kidney donor. Nevadans are giving. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
Welcome to Win City, where a hat trick means more than just 3 goals in a hockey game. It's also when you reach 3 goals in life. You make the perfect souffle. You graduate with that diploma. You land your dream job.
Goal for the hat trick! What a play!
Another great play is scoring the official credit card of the Vegas Golden Knights with exclusive perks and benefits for VGK fans. See if you pre-qualify at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Being diagnosed with cancer was the hardest thing I've ever faced. Funny how when I got the news, it was life's simple things that mattered most, like nights out with the kids. As a candidate for a new clinical trial right here in Vegas, I've been able to spend more time with them, making memories, and never missing a family night out.
Comprehensive Cancer Centers. Here where you need us. Back to the Golden Knights taking on the Colorado Avalanche in the Western Conference Finals of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Welcome back. It's game one of the Western Conference Finals, 0-0. Each team with some good looks here in the early going. Ozone draw here for the Knights. Jack Eichel between Dorofeev and Barbashev. From the draw, Eichel pushes it to the right corner. He centers and a shot save. Rebound Dorofeev, another try save. Eichel has it behind, another centering pass didn't get there. 3 Avalanche protecting the crease. Eichel with a shot off the outside of the left post from the corner, and the puck rattles out to center. Avalanche down up there. McKinnon shoves it rink wide. Pulled forward by Barbashev into the O-zone. Down to the right corner. 7 minutes gone. Here in the first period, 0-0 tie. Anderson pinching down the right boards. Avalanche clear, but without possession. Hannafin headed back. Hannafin and Anderson reaching the second round with the Golden Knights, but they've never reached the third round, Gary. First time for the former Flames defensemen to reach this point in the playoffs. They made their playoffs debut against the Avalanche in 2019. Puck is down into the offensive zone for the Avs.
They both used the word fun to describe what's going on right now.
Neither has a goal in this postseason yet. Anderson, 3 helpers. Hannafin with 6. Puck is out high for the Avs now after they won the battle down low. It's whipped to the corner by Brock Nelson. Nearly came in front off a couple of sticks. Rattles to the outside. Carlson, javelin-style poke, could not clear. Still in, and a drive. Saved by Hart. Covers the rebound quickly on the try by Brock Nelson. Once again, a crowd gathers in front. A little bit of shoving. Arturi Lehkonen. His name sounds familiar, Gary, because sure, he's been a part of this Avalanche club, but we remember in 2021, after the Knights beat the Avalanche, they faced Montreal, and it was Arturi Lehkonen who ended the Knights' season, set up by Philip Deneau in overtime. The Canadians knocked out the Golden Knights. Lehkonen missed a couple of games in the last series, played 3 of the 5 games against Minnesota, 1 goal, 1 assist. And in the playoffs overall, Lehkonen 3 goals and 3 assists. 48 points in the regular season for 30-year-old Arturi Lehkonen. Ozone drop. Kadri between Colton and Nichushkin. Knights win the draw. Lifted out by Anderson. Hot fly gloved at the line by Cole Smith. We got a whistle for a hand pass. Cole Smith gets up, looking around, not happy with some of the contact there. Defenseman Sam Malinsky in his way. And the draw just outside the Colorado line. 8 minutes into the game, 0-0. No penalties so far, and each team with 4 shots on goal.
Well, you mentioned Anderson and Hannafin. Well, Nazem Kadri, who won a Stanley Cup with the Flames before then going and signing a big-ticket deal in Calgary. He played with Anderson and Hannafin, and then he was traded back to the Avs this year at the deadline.
Over 300 games as a Flame for Nazem Kadri. And, of course, coming back here, trade on March 6th, bringing him back to Denver. 2 Knights collide in front of their bench. Dowd and Cole Smith, they get up. Puck is back in the Knights' end. Ben Hutton chips it out. Got through the legs of Cole Smith, then he tips a Colorado pass. Kadri eventually finds it left side of center, and he dumps it in. Knights in white, Avalanche in burgundy with victory blue and steel colors. Knights coming back the other way, left to right. Knights, white uniforms, steel gray numbers, gold and red trim. McDowd guides it in, and Manson is back defensively alongside of Sean. Sissons watching the breakout. The Avs get it in. Weird bounce off the right side wall. Parker Kelly decked as he tried to break and get to that loose puck. Now it's a scrum for it. Right side half wall. Carter Hart watching out to his left. Couple of Knights, couple of Avs. Puck not moving against the yellow kick plate. Side trying to fish it out. Former Colorado Avalanche himself, Brandon Saad. Motors through center, banks it off the sidewall and in for Sissons. Penalty, Saad swings and misses at the puck. Burns reached in again. They'll call one penalty. They probably could have called two.
Yeah.
Not that they would in that situation. But Burns basically hooked Saad at two different places on that sequence. But Brandon Saad and Colton Sissons create a scoring opportunity, leading to the first penalty of the series.
Colorado over 84, minor penalty for hooking.
Hooking against Brent Burns.
Referees tonight, Francis Sharon and Wes McCauley. That list of referees has really trimmed now. I think they're down to 8 guys. 8 guys calling the penalties left in the playoffs.
Wes McCauley worked the game in Montreal, Buffalo the other day.
Yeah.
Game 7 with the Canadians prevailing in overtime. Wes took a little bit of criticism, thought that on a potential Buffalo goal in the third period, he blew the whistle too soon. Second time we've seen Wes McCauley in a Golden Knights playoff game this postseason. Knights got the draw on the power play. Theodore kept it in, but not a clean possession. Avalanche get it out. Knocked down on the clear by Parker Kelly. Theodore brings it back to his own zone. Knights were 1 for 2 in Game 6 of the last round. 9 power play goals in the postseason. By percentage, they rank 4th, just under 26%. Near side, Dorofeev, joined by Marner. Right point, Theodore. Rink wide left, Eichel. Spins to the outside, down toward the left corner. Eichel, the righty, at the left corner boards. Up top for Theodore. Power play goal last game for Shen. Now here's Eichel again. Top of the left circle. Trying to go high to low. Got tipped on its way to Marner. Marner tried to return it. Manson in the way of that one, too. Taves fails to clear. Second time it is all the way back down. Minute 15 left on the penalty to Brent Burns. 0-0, nearing the halfway mark of the first period in Game 1. Penalty kill for Colorado. Surrendered 6 power play goals over the course of 9 playoff games so far. 3 in each of their first 2 series. High on the right hurdle. Sits at Hannafin. Left. Marner back to the right. Dorofeev's trying, deflected wide. Just missed the right post. Eichel swirls it left for Marner. Hammered against the boards. Hurdle tipped it to Eichel. Threw it across. Swing and a miss. Dorofeev tried the one-timer from the right circle on the pass from Jack Eichel. Just missed it. 2 attempts by Dorofeev on this power play. And if he gets them cleanly on the shot, who knows? Vegas retrieves. In comes Anderson. Drops it off. Howden on the right side. Bottled up along the boards. Loose puck. Hannafin threw it toward the corner. Taken away by Taves, but we've got a whistle to high touch in the corner by Taves. So Knights will get a no-zone draw. And 24 seconds left on the penalty.
Because of the early puck drop here tonight, Colorado skated this morning at 9:30. Then there was ice for the Golden Knights at 10:30, and only Jack Eichel's the only guy playing in the game. But Jack Eichel and Carter Hart were the only Golden Knights that came over and took part in that ice. And that pass right there from Eichel to Dorofeev, Dorofeev's looking up above. He's like, why didn't I score? He missed it. And I wonder if not having those touches in the morning is a factor. And they're going to have to deal with it all series because there's early starts in both Vegas and Colorado.
The officials got together and they've moved the draw back to the neutral zone. Rasmus Anderson, always disputatious, offering his opinion to the officials, but they don't change the call. Knights get it in anyway. Power play at 20 seconds. Barbashev to Anderson on the left boards. They get tied up by Taves. Carlson spins off a check. Avs get the puck, though, and it's a rim around and out by Nichushkin. All the way back down for Carter Hart. Penalty clock at 7 seconds. On the breakout, Hannafin through the logo. Fires left, Howden down the boards. Gets grabbed as he nears the corner. No call. Fed the left circle, and a try by Barbashev blocked. Barbashev tries to find it, but got bumped from behind by Manson. Avalanche come out. They'll bank it in. Burns out of the box. Sends it deep, and he goes to the bench. Penalty kill successful for Colorado. 8:40 to go. First period. 0-0. Western Conference Final Game 1. Knights dump it in. That goes Landeskog, the captain of the Avalanche. Missed more than 2 full seasons after winning the Stanley Cup. Had his kneecap sliced gruesomely. Wonderful to see that the captain of the Avalanche has returned to full health. Came back late last year, sometime in the American League. But his first full season since the 21-22 full season. Puck deflects out of play at the Knights bench. Ozone draw coming up for the Avs. Landeskog appeared in 60 out of 82 regular season games, 14 goals and 35 points. He's appeared now in all 10 playoff games for the Avs, and he's got 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 points so far. Timeout with 8:13 to go, first period. Golden Knights and Avalanche without a goal so far. presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Spring into cash for betting sports on the William Hill mobile app. With the William Hill Cash Rewards program, you can earn up to $500 in cash. Earn Spree Rewards points for mobile wagers made until May 31st. Win or lose. You can earn even more Spring Rewards points for teasers, parlays, and same-game parlays. Sign up for the William Hill mobile app today and opt in to enroll in Spring Rewards. To see participating locations, visit williamhill.us. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Farhan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. You want an attorney who does everything in his power to translate knowledge and experience into big bucks in your pocket. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
If you've been hurt, Naqvi is the word. Call 702-INJURED.
If you're considering purchasing a new or used Honda or need to service your current vehicle, go to the Name Las Vegas Trust for exceptional sales, service, and parts. Finley. Whether you're up north, down south, or somewhere in between, you're always just 15 minutes away from a Finley Honda store. Each location has friendly and knowledgeable sales and service professionals. So give us a call or stop in anytime. Finley Honda's in Centennial Hills and Finley Honda Henderson in the Valley Auto Mall. The difference is in the name.
Hey Golden Knights fans, this is Keegan Colasar. Let's get back to the action with Dan and Gary.
Keegan Colasar had himself a breakaway opportunity minutes ago. Could not convert. No points yet for Keegan in the playoffs. Knights had a power play, but no shots on goal during that man advantage. Colorado with an ozone draw following the timeout. Vegas wins the draw. Tapped out to Marner on the right. Dishes left wing of center. Across goes Brett Howden. Joined by Carlson, who swats it down low. Marner engages, stolen away from McKinnon. Passes behind and in the right corner. It's Howden. Up top, Theodore shoots. Save. Carlson with a screen. I think William got a piece of that shot from the right point. Wedgwood stayed with it for the save.
The shots will be 6-on-4 now in favor of the Golden Knights.
Knights with six shots on Gary, 2 blocked, 6 misses.
Yeah, they got to get them on net.
Colorado 4 on, 3 blocked, 3 missed. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first period. Again, Scott Wedgwood earned the win in the closeout game against Minnesota, but he came on in relief. Mackenzie Blackwood had played a few games in a row. He got pulled after 20 minutes, gave up 3 goals on 13 shots. Wedgwood came in and made 7 saves on 7 shots over 43 minutes. And a route to a Game 5 victory in overtime, 3-2 against Minnesota. That was last Wednesday, the 13th. Knights retrieve the puck in their own zone. Theodore coming out, leads Eichel in, back toward the left circle. Barbashev's shot over the goal. Goaltender Wedgwood might have gotten a piece with his blocker. McNabb tried to go rink wide for Eichel, got tipped out. Back at center, Theodore with Eichel to get possession and dump it in. And the Knights make a wholesale change.
Yeah, that hit Wedgwood in the shoulder, I think, Dan. Up high somewhere. It counts as a shot on goal.
Yeah, it came up, whether it was blocker, shoulder. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Puck out to the neutral zone, but pressure. Steal for the Knights. Howden shoves it left for Marner, protects it left point. Backhands it into the left corner. Howden and Carlson give chase. Carlson put it off the back of the goal. Now steers it out to the right wing. Carlson for Marner. Back toward the middle. Bouncing puck. Carlson settles for Marner. He shoots. Hit a body in front. Left wing it goes to Hannafin. Now Howden joining in. Howden up the wall far side. Turns toward the high slot. One hands it right wing. But nobody there, and it's picked up by Ross Colton for the Avs. Trying to play it forward to Nichushkin, cut off by Anderson. He sends it in, but that will be icing.
Brett Howden moving really well early in this one. Dan, he's given the Avs fits.
8 goals here in the postseason for Brett Howden after 12 all regular season for Howden. 4 goals in the first round, 4 goals in the second round, including 1 in the closeout game. 3 of his 8 goals are shorthanded, tying a postseason record. Shorthanded goals for a single postseason. 7 other players have accomplished that. Mitch Marner 4 shorthanded assists. That's 1 shy of the record held by Wayne Gretzky. Avs win the draw from the right point. Burns put it to the slot, off the body and toward the corner. Hannafin dueling there with Natchez. Got it up the boards and Howden hacks it out. Slow moving puck so the Knights can change. Manson retrieves, Breakout pass knocked down by Cole Smith. Entry denied on the near boards by Theodore. Burns from his own blue chipped it forward for the Avs. Natchez couldn't carry it in cleanly. Landeskog got it across the line, but his team was in an offside position, and the whistle stops play. Finally, not sure why the linesman didn't blow the whistle sooner. Clearly, Landeskog was going after the puck. He was offside. Anyway, media timeout with 5:59 to go. First period, 0-0. Golden Knights have ratcheted up the shot total to 8 and 0 coming on their power play. Only penalty in the game so far, Brent Burns for hooking Brandon Saad. Of course, both have played against the Golden Knights in the postseason. Saad with these Avalanche, and Brent Burns, a couple of series as a member of the San Jose Sharks. Timeout with 6 minutes to go in the first. 0-0 in game one. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
When accidents happen, the road gets rough. But for insurance companies standing in the way of justice, it's about to get bumpier. Because at Anthem Injury Lawyers, we don't back down. We fight harder, go farther, and never settle for less than you deserve. If they're not ready to play fair, they better buckle up. Anthem Injury Lawyers. Justice served, millions recovered. Call Anthem Injury Lawyers at 702-857-6000 or visit AnthemInjuryLaw.com.
What do you think makes the perfect snack?
It's gotta be when I'm really craving it and it's convenient.
Could you be more specific?
When it's cravenient.
Okay.
Like a freshly baked cookie made with real butter, available right now in the street at AM/PM, or a savory breakfast sandwich I can grab in just a second at AM/PM.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Well, yeah, we're talking about what I crave.
Which is anything from AM/PM.
What more could you want?
Stop by AM/PM where the snacks and drinks are perfectly craveable and convenient. That's cravenience. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
At Western Alliance Bank, expert business banking is what we're all about. We deliver results by being nimble and relationship-focused. Working closely with our clients, we provide tailored banking solutions to give businesses the edge they need to conquer today's challenges and capitalize on tomorrow's opportunities. Move forward with confidence, backed by the support of a top-performing bank. Discover how we can help your business solve today and succeed tomorrow. Connect with an expert banker at westernalliancebank.com. Member FDIC.
Back to the Stanley Cup playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Golden Knights and Avalanche at 0-0. 6 minutes to play first period. Neutral zone draw coming up. Parker Kelly goes in for the draw now. Fourth line winger for the Avs. Draw won by Nick Dow, the Knights' fourth line center. Played ahead on the right by Dylan Conlon. Off Kolasar and down to the right corner. Kolasar and Jack Ashawn collide. Ashawn's third career playoff game. Battle for the puck is in the trapezoid. He actually had some Calder Cup playoff games in the last few weeks. Colorado Eagles knocked out the Henderson Silver Knights. Colorado fails to clear. Bouncer comes up top. Cole Smith. Down the slot he goes. A wrist shot. High and wide left. Ashawn sprawling out, trying to get in the way of the shot there. There's a stray helmet back behind the Colorado net. Puck is out on the left wing. Smith up top, and a shot wide right from Conlon. Off the boards. Steered up the wall by Burns. Poked out by Lehkonen. Across the line. A chance for Colton, and that's off the post. Rebound goes wide left. O'Connor that try from the slot. And it hits the left post by the blocker of Carter Hart. And it's picked up by Ben Hutton. Still buzzing here at Ball Arena after that opportunity.
It didn't look very dangerous, and then it was.
Knights get it in. Avalanche collect a skittering puck, and out on the left side it goes. Lehkonen whips it right way offside. Now, Logan O'Connor, an interesting story, Gary, because of the injury and had hip surgery over this summer. Was expected to miss 5 to 6 months and was asked about it earlier today and talked about how the belief in this organization, his teammates, spurred him to come back. A lot of isolation, he said. Difficult to handle that. But now an opportunity here in the Stanley Cup playoffs, appearing in all 10 games. Logan O'Connor with a goal and an assist in the first 9 playoff games. O'Connor appearing in his 48th career playoff game today. Right there, hit the left post. Knights dump it in. Manson is back. Rim around, cut off by Hurdle. Bouncing puck, left point, Hanifin. Banks it back down toward the corner. Kulak gives chase. Sissons checks him to the boards. Manson finds the puck, using the sidewall to get it out. Hannafin in the way of the oncoming Nick Waugh. Puck back out to the neutral zone. Knights dump it back in. Saad, Sissons, and Hurdle heading off. 4 1/4 to go, first period, 0-0.
Vegas really content early on to get the puck deep and try and wear down the Avalanche. It hasn't been a lot of transition for Vegas.
Eichel sends it back to his own zone. Couple of give-and-go passes with Theodore. Now to center on the right, Dorofeev. Maneuvers up toward the logo. To the right for Barbashev, who deflects it in. Dorofeev gives chase. McKinnon taps it away. Barbashev a check. Theodore joins the fray. McKinnon turns it over to Theodore. And it's a rim around. In part, that was Landeskog the giveaway. 29-92. Malinsky deep in his own zone. Banks it out. Just missed Landeskog. Goes off McNabb's stick and back to Theodore.
Ivan Barbashev adds a couple of hits. He came into the game with 65 to lead all players in the postseason.
4 of them in the closeout game against the Anaheim Ducks. Knights dump it in from center, gloved and left in play by Wedgwood. Around and out it goes. Hutton scampering back to his own zone. Run by Kadri. Kadri gets the puck right side. Trickler came in front. Knights on it. Marner guides it to the outside left. William Karlsson approaching the red line. Flutters it in as he took a check from Ross Colton. Avalanche coming ahead right to left. Tipped in by Nichushkin. Tries to reach for it. Knocked away. Picked up by Kadri. Some space left wing. Threw it on. Goal save. Rebound opportunity covered up by Carter Hart. And he has the whistle.
Now Kadri has shown a little bit of a burst a couple of times. That's a matchup that Bednar is trying to get. He is trying to get the Kadri line out there against Coughlin and Hutton. And Kadri's been close.
Kadri a little bit of a slow start. First round against the Kings, no goals, 2 assists. But in the second round against Minnesota, 2 goals and 2 assists. Kadri has played 62 career playoff games. As we talked about, acquired from the Calgary Flames just prior to the deadline. 61 games with Calgary, 16 games with Colorado going into the playoffs.
He came over here from the Leafs and was the missing piece that helped them get over the top to win their cup. And after he left,
Avalanche get the draw. Puck is along the near boards. Fighting for it. Hannafin will take it in behind his goal, looking toward Cole Smith. He holds, tried to clear, but he couldn't get it out. Checks Parker Kelly, who kept it in on the right side toward the goal. Same collision, and the whistle stops play. Carter Hart ends up in a seated position. The puck beneath him. Parker Kelly in the midst of this opportunity. And he is separated from the scrum by the officials. That was a close call with Jack Drury and Parker Kelly creating an opportunity down low. And then going airborne was their winger Logan O'Connor as he charged through the crease.
Yeah, Cole Smith failed to get that one out. And this line for the Avalanche, they've been dangerous a couple times. They came right back down and went right at the net. That's what they're going to do. Just to finish the thought on Kadri. Came from Toronto, won, then he had to leave because they couldn't afford to keep him, and they always considered him the missing piece once he left.
Face-off win for the Avs. Malinsky shoots, stick blocked. Karlsson in the way, and another try blocked. Knights have the rebound. Brett Howden using the far side wall to clear the zone. Karlsson back to the bench, hobbling a little bit after blocking that shot. Here comes Gabriel Landeskog. Pressured in the neutral zone, but he does get it in. Approaching the final 2 minutes of the period, 0-0. Hurdle could not tip the puck out. Held in by Malinsky. Rink wide left to no one. Avalanche did not have 5 players out there as the Knights carry it forward. Marner drifts in. Opens up top of the left circle. Threw it right. Telegraphed the pass to Hurdle. It's picked off. And skated back the other way by Brett Kulak. Down the left boards goes the defenseman. Pressured by Theodore. A couple of number 27s. It's back behind the goal. Natchez center. Off a stick. Vegas gets the puck. And up the near side comes Ivan Barbashev. Very close, Scary. Connecting to Arturi Lehkonen, who is the man in front. 90 seconds to go in the period.
It's Marner been out there for a long time. Finally going to get a change.
McNabb lifts it in, hoping for Eichel. Went off Burns. Barbashev and Eichel go into it left corner. Bouncing around on the far side. And Nick Waugh steers it toward the neutral zone. Avalanche on the breakout. Brock Nelson across the line, narrowly on side on a broken play. It trickles to the right point. Stays in the zone, but then Hannafin picks it off. Checked at center from behind. Dorofeev dueling in the neutral zone with Taves. Avalanche get it into the zone, and the Knights chip it right back out. Minute to go in the period. Final minute brought to you by Credit One, 0-0. Barbashev checks his man, and they're going to call a penalty. They could call holding the stick. Barbashev checked his man in the left corner, Malinsky. They both went down. Barbashev will be penalized.
49 Vegas got a minor for a hold.
Hold is the call. Malinsky was drifting deep into his own zone. Barbashev checked him.
Yeah, there's no hold here.
I mean, you can call cross-checking if you want,
but not really. That's just,
he puts his stick into the small of the back, but he has both hands on his stick the entire time.
Yeah.
So if you want to call a penalty, perhaps for cross-checking, you can at least argue that. There's no holding at all.
No.
Barbashev has his hands clenched firmly on his stick the entire way, so there's no holding. But he puts the stick into the small of Malinsky's back, checks him into the corner.
John Tortorella is perplexed.
So Avalanche to the power play. Down to the final 48 seconds of the period. Knights win the draw. Carlson fails to clear. He whiffed on a clear. It's kept in by Gabriel Landeskog. Taves straight on. Taves hovering, feeds left. Back and forth passing. Taves straight on. Now left. A one-timer save. Nate's just the righty from the left dot as Carter Hart makes the stop. Colorado's power play, 6 for 24 in the playoffs. In the first round against the Kings, just 1 for 11. Second round against Minnesota, 5 for 13. And in the closeout, not in the closeout game, but in game 4 was the last time they scored a power play goal. They only had one chance in the closeout game, which was game 5.
Vegas has allowed 5 goals on 38 penalty kill situations. Second best in the playoffs.
Knights win the D-zone draw, and here's a clear all the way down from McNabb. McNabb, of course, one of the great penalty killers in Golden Knights history, and was unavailable over the last 2 games because he himself called for a major in game 5. Knights surrendered 1 goal during the 5-minute major penalty. Avs to the O-zone on the right side now for Taves straight on, 8 seconds. Left circle, McKinnon, a head fake. Now Taves straight on. They want him to shoot. He does. Not down. Rebound. And it's stopped by Hart. Oh, wow. And the clock runs out. Hart in a seated position. Gloves it to his left. And the crowd reacts as Kadri is pulled over after the horn, back behind the Vegas goal. As Carter Hart makes the save on the rebound after the initial shot from that high. And it's 0-0 through 20 minutes. Colorado will have a minute 10 of power play time to start the second period.
Kadri gives Hart a little whack on the pads after the save is made, and Braden McNabb does not like that.
Yeah, Kadri had the incredible rebound opportunity, Gary, and Carter makes the fantastic save.
Yeah.
Basically in a seated position, but it's then a third attempt, as you said, after Carter has clearly made the stop.
Yeah, and then Braden McNabb goes and cleans house, as he should.
Braden McNabb will be our guest momentarily. As soon as we have Braden, we will bring him to you. It's 0-0 with 1 period complete here in Game 1 of the Western Conference Final. Let's go downstairs and welcome Braden McNabb. Braden, Dan, and Gary in the booth, thanks for joining us. What'd you make of today's first period?
They had a little push early, but overall I thought we played a pretty good period, had chances, so just regroup here and get ready to kill a penalty.
You did not play the last game. Does that affect your your puck play or execution a little bit early on in this one, or are you comfortable?
Maybe a little bit. Time off for everyone. Like I said, a few more days, but it's good to get a few shifts under your belt, and you start feeling better and better.
How do you want to play against the Avalanche?
Aggressive, on their toes, take away time and space. Don't allow them to be able to make plays in open ice and go from there.
Braden, a lot of your teammates said to us after that penalty that they wanted to get a win for you. What does that tell you about your teammates?
It means everything. They're great guys, great teammates. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't matter who it would be. I'm sure they'd be saying the same thing.
Braden, thanks. Best of luck.
Thanks, guys.
Braden McNabb appearing in his 116th Stanley Cup playoff game. Of course, suspended for game number 6 of the last round, Gary. But other than that, missed 2 because of injury, 5 because of COVID. Altogether, that's 8 games in Golden Knights playoff history that McNabb has missed. Shea Theodore has done him better, only has missed 1.
Yeah, this is 118 for Shea, right? With the Golden Knights,
yes,
I believe?
Correct.
Yeah.
And 138 in his career, including his time with the Anaheim Ducks. We have a timeout and an intermission report after that. Ryan Wallace will guide you through it, talk about what we've seen so far. Final four has arrived. Colorado and Vegas in the West, Montreal and Carolina in the East. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final, 5 o'clock tomorrow in Raleigh, North Carolina. This series and that series go every other day, so you have a Stanley Cup playoff game every night. East-West, back and forth, as long as they need to go. Best of 7 here in the third round. 0-0. 10 shots aside, each team with power play in the first. Knights 0 for 1 with no shots. Colorado with its first power play already 2 shots, but a minute 10 of carryover time on the penalty to Ivan Barbashev. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, you're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hey, Golden Knights fans, when we win, you win. That's because Buffalo Wild Wings is giving away 6 free wings with a $10 minimum purchase anytime the Golden Knights win a preseason, regular season, or playoff game. This Win for Wings promotion is valid for 2 days after each qualifying game at all B-Dub Sports Bar locations throughout the Vegas area. Get your 6 free wings on top of great drink specials, including some of the best happy hour and late night prices Vegas has to offer throughout hockey season at your local Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Being diagnosed with cancer was the hardest thing I've ever faced. Funny how when I got the news, it was life's simple things that mattered most, like nights out with the kids. As a candidate for a new clinical trial right here in Vegas, I've been able to spend more time with them, making memories, and never missing a family night out.
Comprehensive Cancer Centers. Here where you need us.
Welcome to Win City, where a hat trick means more than just 3 goals in a hockey game. It's also when you reach 3 goals in life. You make the perfect souffle. You graduate with that diploma. You land your dream job.
Goal for the hat trick! What a play!
Another great play is scoring the official credit card of the Vegas Golden Knights with exclusive perks and benefits for VGK fans. See if you pre-qualify at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
It's time to upgrade your roofing and solar experience, and Cooper Roofing and Solar has you covered. Literally. From re-roofing to deck installs, roof tune-ups, skylights, and more, they do it all. Right now, subscribe to Cooper's maintenance plan and get a 15% discount on roof maintenance. Keep your roof in top shape, avoid emergency repairs, and save big. Cooper Roofing and Solar is employee-owned and Southern Nevada's largest roofing company. Call Cooper today at 702-688-7940 or visit coopersolar.com. Cooper Roofing and Solar, proud roofing partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
The legendary El Cortez Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas's original downtown hotspot since 1941. Play the slots, hit the tables, sip on classic cocktails, and enjoy hospitality the old school way. Experience the perfect mix of vintage Vegas charm and modern excitement that can't be found anywhere else. Whether you're here to stay, play, or dine, the good old days of Las Vegas are alive and well at El Cortez Hotel and Casino.
Here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission report on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hey, football fans, the Vegas Nighthawks are back on the field for the 2026 season and looking to repeat as champions of the Indoor Football League. Lee's Family Forum in Henderson is the official home for all the action with the Nighthawks, and single game tickets for the 2026 season are available by visiting leesfamilyforum.com. It's the intermission report. The Golden Knights, Colorado Avalanche 0-0 after the first period of play in the Western Conference Final. And as far as I'm concerned, as advertised, as I thought it would go between these two heavyweights in the Western Conference. Like, Colorado, I thought, had a strong push early on in the game. First 3 or 4 minutes, they had the puck more often than the Vegas Golden Knights. Then Vegas, they were able to get a couple of really good looks. One, Keegan Colasar, and it's a great play, a great pass, great play from Noah Hannafin. He's able to stretch the neutral zone, find Kolesar behind the D. Really good save from Scott Wedgwood. Awesome opportunity for Keegan Kolesar. Then there was another opportunity for the Golden Knights off of a Brett Burns turnover. It leads to a 3-on-2 for Tomas Hertl, Brandon Saad, and Colton Sissons. Hertl had 2 cracks at it, unable to make it go. But again, good transition look for the Golden Knights. That's promising. It means that their structure in the neutral zone is where it needs to be. Colorado went a bit of a lull, and again, credit the Golden Knights. They were able to take away transition from the Avalanche for the majority of that first period until they weren't able to, right? And it was one stretch pass to Logan O'Connor, who stops up and rips one off the bar. Then a couple of minutes later, Logan O'Connor pulls a puck off the wall, actually strips Noah Hannafin of the puck, pulls it off the wall, goes to the front of the net. Really big save in that moment from Carter Hart, but it wasn't his best save of the period. That came at the end of the period. The only reason we are 0-0 going to the second is because Carter Hart made a massive glove save to close the period on Nazem Kadri. It's a power play opportunity for the Colorado Avalanche. They're able to work the puck around, and eventually it kicks out to Kadri on the flank, and Carter Hart, diving to his left, makes a massive save. Good stuff. I mean, great period from Carter Hart. I would argue, you look top to bottom for the Golden Knights, he was their best player. And sometimes you need your goaltender to be your best player. And it wasn't throughout the entire period that you needed to rely on Carter Hart, but certainly at the end of the period to close that out and keep it 0-0, keep it a tie game, Carter Hart comes up big. Outside of that, I liked a lot of what the Golden Knights did. I thought, again, they were structured through the neutral zone. A little bit of it's just not as clean as you'd like them to be, breaking pucks out early on in the game. But again, as the period wore on, I thought the Golden Knights got better and better at that aspect of the game. And again, through 20 minutes of the Western Conference Final, it's a very even and tightly contested game so far between the Golden Knights and the Colorado Avalanche. No other games in the National Hockey League today, but the Eastern Conference Final will get going tomorrow between the Montreal Canadiens and the Carolina Hurricanes. 5 p.m. puck drop in that game tomorrow. Here, the Vegas Golden Knights, Colorado Avalanche, Game 1, Western Conference Final, 0-0 the score after the first period of play. We're back with more in a moment. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, you're listening to the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The Golden Knights have one mission at T-Mobile Arena: protect this fortress. And the Golden Knights aren't alone. T-Mobile Arena gets 24/7 power protection from EcoStruxure, the advanced IoT platform from Schneider Electric. With EcoStruxure, Arena staff can monitor every building system from a single screen. The result? Energy savings, comfortable fans, and a building ready for anything. That's EcoStruxure from Schneider Electric. Innovation at every level.
Ouch! Check from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt.
I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them.
What?
Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean?
I guess.
Their gloves come off when they fight for you.
Okay.
I'm talking a settlement slap shot.
Shouldn't we be talking about the game?
Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan.
Official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible, because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am."
T-Mobile has the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
Everything is better on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. It's almost time for the second period. But first, here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission wrap-up on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Intermission Report. The Golden Knights, Colorado Avalanche 0-0 after the first period of play. Game 1, Western Conference Final. Stats of the period are presented by Foley Family Wines. Shots 10 apiece in that opening frame. Hits 17-9. The edge to Colorado in the first period. Golden Knights 0 for 1 on the power play. Colorado technically 0 for 1 on the man advantage. They'll have 1 minute and 11 seconds of carryover power play time to start the second period. Golden Knights are charged with 10 giveaways, 3 takeaways, 6 block shots. The Avalanche, 2 giveaways, 2 takeaways, and 3 block shots. If you look at the numbers there for the Golden Knights, I think fairly even period, all things considered. The giveaways would highlight what I was talking about early on in the first period, where the Golden Knights just not as clean coming out of their own zone. Certainly had opportunities to break pucks out or at least get pucks out of the zone before it turned into opportunity for the Colorado Avalanche. And again, I highlighted the Logan O'Connor opportunity where he was able to take the puck from the wall to the front of the goal. Big save from Carter Hart. O'Connor goes airborne. Big scrum after the play as well. That all starts because Cole Smith has the puck along the boards. He's unable to get it out of the zone. And then, the Avalanche, they win a couple of battles along the wall. They pull it from the wall to the middle of the ice, and you need your goaltender to make a big save. In a lot of ways, I think the Golden Knights, for the most part, were able to get better and better, cleaner and cleaner as that period wore on. So I'd like to see them kind of build off of that here to start the second period. Now, the most important thing for Vegas is that they kill off the remainder of this Ivan Barbashev holding penalty. 1 minute, 10 seconds or so for the Avalanche carryover power play time. They'll have a clean sheet to work with. Sometimes you like that as the team on the power play. But for the Golden Knights, they were unable to convert on the man advantage. The Avalanche, they're going to be looking to do that on their opportunity to start the second period. For the Golden Knights, got to get into the shooting lanes, got to win individual battles. And if you can win the opening faceoff and make it difficult for Colorado to get into the zone, that can aid you in a big way in getting this penalty kill to start the second period. Second period action is coming up next. Dan and Gary, they've got the call. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. You're listening to the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy perks and exclusive rewards. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino, voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
Since 1981, we've been raising every glass, serving all Nevada, making good times last. From wine to whiskey, beer and more, find your favorites at every store. Lee's Discount Liquor, Nevada's place to go. Biggest selection, prices you love. 23 stores across the Silver State. Serving Nevada since 1981. Lee's Discount Liquor, where Nevada celebrates.
Hey, Vegas. Hungry for game day? Nacho Daddy, proud sponsor of your Vegas Golden Knights, has you covered with winning specials. Suit up for the return of the Golden Knight Nachos, stacked with marinated filet mignon, gooey cheese, and all the fixins. And here's the power play. Show us your game day ticket, and your first Daddy's Margarita is on us. Celebrate 9 seasons of Vegas-born greatness with Nacho Daddy. Never a dry chip, always a great time. Visit us after the game and unite the realm. Must be 21 or older for margaritas. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, Golden Knights fans, when we win, you win. That's because Buffalo Wild Wings is giving away 6 free wings with a $10 minimum purchase anytime the Golden Knights win a preseason, regular season, or playoff game. This Win for Wings promotion is valid for 2 days after each qualifying game at all beat-up sports bar locations throughout the Vegas area. Get your 6 free wings on top of great drink specials, including some of the best happy hour and late-night prices Vegas has to offer throughout hockey season at your local Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Broker license number 1001607.LLC.
You gotta go Galindo.
I'm Josh Galindo, owner of Galindo Group Real Estate. Need to sell your home fast? I'll buy it cash, as is, where is, no repairs, no commissions, no hassle. I've purchased over 1,200 homes for cash right here in Las Vegas. Whether your home is damaged, destroyed, tenant occupied, stuck in probate, or in perfect condition, I've got you covered. We are cash, we are fast, we are reliable, we are local. We are the best.
You got it, go Galindo. 702-820-HOME.
GalindoGroupRealestate.com.
Back to Dan Duva and Gary Lawless for the Western Conference Finals between the Golden Knights and the Avalanche.
I have up ringside at Ball Arena in Denver. Knights and Avalanche playing Game 1 of the Western Conference Final. And in the first period, 0 goals, each team 10 shots, each team with 1 penalty. And therefore, each team 1 power play. Knights had no shots on their man advantage. Colorado, 2 shots so far, still a minute 10 remaining on its first man advantage. And Gary Lawless, the Knights look pretty good for stretches in that opening frame. A couple of close calls.
Yeah, I think it was very evenly played. The high danger chances were in the favor of Vegas, 6-3. Nazem Kadri right now is still politicking with Wes McCauley. He wanted a call on Braden McNabb at the end of the period there.
Of course, the reason why the Knights are shorthanded, penalty against Ivan Barbashev for holding that. Several replays, and just chatting with other folks in the press box, everyone scratching their heads. And
a cross-check, if anything. He had both hands on his stick.
Right. It's hard to hold somebody when both of your hands are clenching the stick.
Unless you put the stick right over their head.
that might be a different penalty altogether.
That would be a hold for sure.
So, they switch sides. Knights in white defend the goal to our right. And the Avalanche in their burgundy uniforms with silver and steel blue. And goaltender Scott Wedgwood all the way down to our left. Wedgwood and Blackwood both played for a few clubs in their NHL careers. And it is Wedgwood who's had the lion's share of hockey this season. Might have thought it'd be Blackwood as the #1 guy, but Wedgwood just kept on winning and has not relinquished that #1 role. They've both been good Jennings Trophy winners, both. Avalanche come ahead on the power play. Nate just drops it off right wing Kadri. McNabb engages and knocks the puck out to the neutral zone. Nazem Kadri responsible for 4 postseason power play points. Left from McKinnon, dropped it off Landeskog, left circle, swings it back to Taves. Left side McKinnon towards the middle, he shoots, save. Rebound was free, it deflects into the air. William Karlsson nudges it toward the line but not out. Kadri spins off a check from McNabb. Puck to the corner, Theodore floats it to the line, not out. Taves toward McKinnon, and it ends up on McKinnon's stick on the right. Karlsson defends. Feed from the corner up top. There's Taves, the lefty defenseman. To the right, McKinnon. He shoots, save. Rebound, swept out by McNabb. Penalty clock at 7 seconds.
Braden McNabb, one of the best penalty-killing defensemen in the NHL. Long stick, smart, experienced, sees everything before it happens, and when he gets a chance to clear it, he clears it.
And the puck was right between his skates and pitched it out like a golf shot. The Knights get the puck on the entry by the Avalanche. Penalty is over. Barbashev joins the play, and now the Avalanche dump it in. It's Anderson and Hannafin back defensively. Knights get the puck to the line, not out. Burns shoots, blockers save hard. Still in the O-zone for the Avalanche. Marner reached in, couldn't get it away. Burns put it toward the slot. Redirect try by Lehkonen, missed the cage. Marner pitches it forward. Howden in pursuit on Kulak. Kulak back and forth with one of his teammates to get possession for the Avs. Opening 2 minutes, second period, 0-0. 2 shots on goal so far this period for Colorado after 10 in the first. Knights had 10 in the first, none yet so far here in the second. Knights fourth line with pressure, forcing a turnover. Conklin to a shot, blocked. Rebound off the near boards. Chip back towards center. Lead pass toward Nick Watt. Stolen away by Cole Smith. Back and forth with Kolasar. Now in goes Nick Dowd, left wing. He shoots. Knocked down. Another try blocked. Dowd knocked over after his second shot attempt there. The puck never came to the goalie. Lots of bodies in front of Scott Wedgwood. Avalanche with the puck in their own zone. Brent Burns, the righty, fires it ahead. It misses Waugh at the line, therefore an icing. And pardon, that was not Waugh, that was Drury hanging out at the line.
Well, since you mentioned Nick Waugh, big circle of media around him this morning when Dan and I walked into the Avalanche dressing room after the morning skate. And after all the other people cleared the scene, Dan and I approached Nick, and Nick said to Dan right off the bat, "Have you come for my pregame one-on-one?" He wanted, and then he had a bunch of questions about his Golden Knights teammates, and he's super happy in Denver, and we're happy for Nick.
Big shot, Theodore from the faceoff and a save. Wedgwood sucks it right in. Remember, the Knights scored a goal in that fashion. Hurdle winning a left circle faceoff and Theodore shooting it. Very similar here. The drive by Theodore was in the midsection of Wedgwood when he scored that goal in Anaheim, Gary. It was up a little bit higher. He couldn't elevate this one in a place that beat Wedgwood. I'll do it again in the left circle. Hurdle is 3-0 in the faceoff circle so far today. Hurdle, Sissons, and Saad, the Knights forwards. McNabb and Theodore, the defense. Wedgwood watching the draw to his right. And before the draw,
something wrong with the clock.
Yeah, the door is open at the penalty benches. Now the off-ice folks signal good to go. Hurdle wins it again. This time McNabb at the left point. His shot attempt blocked, hit his teammate Sissons. Goes all the way back to the Knights' end. Theodore coming back with McNabb. Shoved up the far boards by Braden McNabb. Offside, bouncing around. We've got a whistle. There's a hand pass. That's the reason for the whistle. Stick broke in half on the play, but the whistle is for the hand pass, not any sort of an infraction.
Yeah, Manson lost his stick and then played it with his hand.
Yeah, stick broke right in the middle of the shaft.
Yeah.
I'll bring the draw to the neutral zone. Just about 3 minutes into the second period. 0-0 here in Game 1 of the Western Conference Final.
The 2 shots on the power play for the Avs, 1 at regulation for the Golden Knights, and it's 12-11 in favor of Colorado right now.
Eichel wins the neutral zone draw back to his own end. Anderson and Hannafin back. Anderson banks it around, and Barbashev couldn't find it in his skates. Nate just collects, skating left. Righty curls to the outside left point. He flings it high and wide of the goal. And 2 teammates around the net, but couldn't connect with either one or the goaltender itself. Out to the line, and an errant pass goes all the way back toward Wedgwood. Dorofeev in pursuit. Wedgwood gets it out. An entry with speed. McKinnon to the middle, shot and a save! Carter Hart got a piece with his left arm, and the attempt from McKinnon went into the right corner. Knights on the puck. Up the boards it comes. Dorofeev with Hannafin. Noah sends it ahead off Barbashev and in. Back goes Devontae.
McNabb did his best to have a good gap against McKinnon there, but with all that speed, McKinnon's able to cut to the middle and get that shot off.
Steal for Dorofeev. Give and go Carlson. Dorofeev shot blocked wide right into the right corner. Howden to it. Taves plays it ahead. It's a wide 3-on-2 for the Avs. Across the line, Nate just going right. Forced to the right corner by Ben Hutton. Nate just around, floats it across. Broken up by Howden. And it comes out to the right wing. Kulak put it down low. Hutton and Theodore defend down low. Free puck deflects to Brett Howden. Fires it out to the right. Deflected in by Shea Theodore. Marner gives chase right corner. Taken away. Avalanche start the breakout. Kulak looks left. Pass at the line, narrowly onside. Nichushkin drop pass. Kadri shot save. And the rebound loose. Still at the bottom of the right circle. Out to the line. And a shot from Manson. Save. With Nichushkin down on his belly. Side of the crease. Nichushkin then going after Hutton. Linesman jumps in. Dowd trying to grab Nichushkin. And we've got a good old-fashioned Donnybrook around the crease. As the linesmen now separate players, the verbal jousting continues. As Ben Hutton had the helmet rocked back, the visor up near his forehead.
Nichushkin is a huge man, and he gets knocked down in the slot, and then he gets up, and Hutton's the first guy he sees, and so he goes after Ben, and Ben kind of knocked him to the ice, but not maliciously, and Nichushkin doesn't drop his stick or anything. It's not, he doesn't want to fight. He just wants to try and exact a little bit of revenge.
Valery Nichushkin, 31 years old, 6'4", 210 pounds.
I don't know if he's handy with his fists or not. I don't recall him fighting, but he's a big guy.
First round pick of the Dallas Stars back in 2013. 5 minutes into the second period, 0-0. Each team with a fruitless power play.
Big push from Colorado here right now.
McDowd to take the draw against Nicholas Waugh after Brock Nelson was tossed. Waugh wins it, clean back right point. Burns shoots, tipped on, save. Rebound swept to the near corner right wing. Pushed up the wall by Cole Smith. Nicked out. It's under a fallen Avalanche. Now Hannafin to chip it forward. Down skates with it. Backhands it in the air toward the opposite corner. Colasar swims after it, but he couldn't play the puck cleanly. Defended well. Burns setting up the breakout. Here's Nick Watt. Pressured and run by Colasar. Avalanche up to the Vegas line. Hannafin in the way of a Sean, the small defenseman, just 5'8", 180 pounds. Tried to duck under Hannafin, but couldn't do so with the puck. It's chipped out by Cole Smith, and the Avalanche have it back inside their own zone. Forecheck pressure from the Knights' fourth line, but the Avalanche dump it in. On the right corner boards, to it goes Logan O'Connor, deflects to the middle, and a shot save. Drury parked in front. The left point tried by Logan O'Connor. In to the right. Manson a shot blocked. Lifted out by Dowd. It trickles back to the Colorado line. Knocked free by Dorofiev. Hannafin in his own zone. Flat-footed. Couldn't get the puck. Here's Drury behind the Vegas goal. On his backhand to the left corner. Lefty opens up at the left corner boards. Swings it out to the left point. Malinsky skating right. Thought he would shoot. Instead passes for Taves. Outside the right circle. Pointward pass gets through to Malinsky. And all the way back down.
Yeah, way too easy for Colorado to move the puck up ice right now, and they've had a lot of time in the offensive zone.
Avalanche enter 2 against 3. On the right wing, Nate just breaks as he curls to the outside. Malinsky flashing low. Threw it in front, stick down. Smart defensive positioning. Once again, Theodore stick in the way. Breakout pass, Carlson tips it to Theodore, right wing. Try to put it in front. Carlson tied up on his way to the crease. The stick went into the air. Took a look to the referee, thought that there might have been something, but nothing is called. And we have a timeout. 13:47 to play, second period. 0-0 here in Game 1. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Calling all Vegas Golden Knights fans, hockey season is back, and the RTC Game Day Express is your hassle-free ride to victory. Catch a direct, fast ride to VGK home games at T-Mobile Arena from 6 convenient spots for just $4 round trip. No traffic stress. Leave the driving to us. Visit rtcsnv.com/Game Day Express for details. Follow us on social media at RTCSNV for a chance to win tickets to VGK home games.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Memorial Day sale and get 30% off paints and stains May 15th through the 28th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
When it comes to luxury, no one does it better than Findlay Cadillac in the Valley Auto Mall. From the exceptional crossover XT Ford to the superb CT sedan and Escalade, the highest standards in automotive craftsmanship are found at Findlay Cadillac. To place your order, visit our award-winning showroom and choose from our full inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles that are available for immediate delivery. Or visit us online at FindlayCadillac.com to place your reservation. If you're thinking Cadillac, think Findlay Cadillac in the Valley Auto Mall.
Back to the Stanley Cup playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Golden Knights and Avalanche meeting in the Western Conference Final. It's the first time that these clubs have reached the third round since their respective Stanley Cup wins. After the Knights won it in 23, lost the next year to Dallas in the first round, and then in 2025 lost to the Oilers in the second round. Meanwhile, Colorado won it in 2022. First round series lost to Seattle in 23, lost in the second round to the Stars in 24, and then first round loss to the Stars in 25. Action resumes. Knights in the ozone. Left circle. McNabb, a backhander wide. Rebound through the net mouth and out the back door. An attempt from deep on the right wing. Now Theodore cranks it on. McNabb left point to Theodore straight on. Glove saved by Wedgwood.
Well, we just talked about what a great penalty killer McNabb is. Here he is at 5-on-5 and pinches down low to keep that puck alive, and the result is in 2 chances for the Golden Knights.
Knights will change personnel. So will the Avalanche. Again, no Mark Stone today. He was on the ice with the extra skaters this morning. Meanwhile, Kel McCarr, defenseman for the Avalanche, not available. Jared Bednar announced this morning has been dealing with Officially an undisclosed injury, suspected to be an upper body injury. Knights get the puck out in front, save! Marner threw it across, Howden right in the crease, but Wedgwood alertly rotating to his left, sends Howden's presence and makes the save on his glove side. And it's an icing now against Colorado.
Yeah, this is great presence of mind for Mitch Marner. Gets the puck, starts to move towards the net, draws people to him, and then it's a perfect feed. And Howden does exactly what he's supposed to do. Goes backwards through the crease, it creates a target, and then he doesn't get all of it, otherwise he scores. It waffles, to borrow your phrase, off his stick.
He basically put it into the midsection of the goaltender.
Yeah.
You'd love to put it inside the short post there at the right post. He could not. Imagine if the goalie was not there, the shot would have gone in closer to the left post, the long side, than the short post, the right side. Another face-off win for Vegas. Marner for Hanifin. He shoots! Snatched up by Wedgwood. Marner jumped in the air to get out of the way of Hanifin's shot. It came on net, and Wedgwood picked it off near his ankles.
Now Wedgwood won a Stanley Cup with the Lightning. And a backup role there, obviously, to the big cat, Andrei Vasilevsky. And now he's in a position where he's the number one in Colorado. I don't know if he ever thought this would happen for him. And Colorado didn't expect him to be the number one.
Face off on the near side this time. It's taken out of the zone by the Avalanche. On the left and a shot. Hart the save. Angles the puck to the far corner. Bouncing around Watt. Threw it in front. Knocked down by Hanifin. Loose puck shot at Tim Kulak. Didn't get it through Hanifin either. Hanifin pokes the loose puck away from Lehkonen. Springs a 3-on-2. Carlson to Marner right wing. Marner back toward the net, but it'll go beyond Carlson's reach and steered away by the goaltender Wedgwood on the right wing. Avalanche break out. Waugh with Nelson and Lehkonen. A wipeout at center. Played ahead by the Knights, but an icing. Nelson centering Lehkonen and Waugh. Imagine, Gary, Waugh and Lehkonen each had overtime goals in the 2021 playoff series. Waugh for the Knights against Montreal. Lehkonen for Montreal against Vegas. And now they're both playing against Vegas here in this postseason. And Waugh, by the way, does have one of the two overtime winners for Colorado this postseason. The other one, Brett Kulak, in the closeout game against Minnesota last Wednesday.
Playoff Nick Waugh greater than regular season Nick Waugh.
Always has been. Knights get the puck out. It'll slide slowly into the Avalanche zone. No icing, so Vegas can change. Bank pass up the left side. Landeskog, the captain, try to rim it down to the corner. Theodore got in the way, and it cleans back to center to try to dump it in on the right wing. Burns does rim it around counterclockwise. Picked up by the Knights. Thrown out towards center by Theodore. He was knocked over after the pass. Eichel starts it up toward the blue, try to cut his way in. On the back check, Landeskog knocks it free. Natchez after the loose puck left corner. He'll steer it behind the Knights net for McKinnon. Double team there. Dorothea trying to work it up the wall. Landeskog cut it off. It does trickle to center as Burns dumps it back in. A delayed offside against Colorado. 0-0, 11:45 to go, second period. Here in game one of the Western Conference Final. Ivan Barbashev sends it deep. Barbashev 9 points in 12 games. Point per game in the first round, 2 goals, 4 assists, and 1 goal and 2 helpers in the second round against the Ducks. Leading the postseason in hits. Icing against Colorado with 11:27 to go in the middle period, 0-0.
Well, there's a lot of talk in the first 2 rounds about the speed of first Utah and then Anaheim, and obviously Colorado has some guys that can wind it up as well, but Vegas plays fast. They may not have the burners, although I'll tell you, Jack Eichel and William Karlsson are great skaters in their own right. But the pace seems real even right now.
Avalanche won the D-zone draw. They got the puck out to the Vegas line. Knights take it there. Sissons forward. It comes in on goal. Wedgwood gloves it and has to secure it down to his left. O-zone draw coming up for the Golden Knights.
Jared Bednar now becoming one of the most tenured coaches in the NHL. Has the distinction of playing junior hockey with our Shane Knighty at one point in time, way back in their days in the Western Hockey League.
Bednar's had a remarkable rise to the ECHL, AHL, and NHL, and course, crossing paths with John Tortorella. John talked about Bednar and other members of the Avalanche staff that he knows from different points along his coaching career. Knights get the puck behind the Avalanche goal. Carlson center. Coghlan shot wide. Might have hit somebody on its way to the net. Puck comes out to the near boards. Avalanche do clear the zone. Coghlan reaching. Slows Kulak. Kulak has to dump it in. Hutton going back. Run to the boards by Logan O'Connor. Coghlan on the puck. Fires it out. Almost connected with Howden, but it waffled off his stick. Steal for Howden, and then the drop pass to Marner went under his stick and out to center. Coghlan dumps it in at the end of a shift.
Good shift for Dylan Coghlan, just playing direct and taking what's right in front of him all the time.
Avalanche in transition. Nichushkin breaks left side. Button hooks, hands it off to Sean. Another handoff, left side wall. Thrown in front, off the body and wide. Clear across to the near corner glass. Vegas gets it there. Nicked out to Kolasar. Rink wide right, Anderson. Approaching the blue line, dumps it in at the end of a shift for that pair. Anderson and Hannafin going off. Colorado on the retrieval. Forecheck from Cole Smith and Nick Dowd. Forcing an errant breakout pass. Theodore takes it at center. As the Knights send it back in, Dowd narrowly sidestepped a blind collision with Manson. Avalanche through center. Ashawn dumps it in. His third career postseason game in the NHL. Had 11 regular season games with the Avs, mostly in the American League. Jack Eichel with Dorofeev on the breakout. Eichel across the line. Tried to slither through a couple of Avalanche, but he lost the puck in the process. Came on goal where Wedgwood seals it up.
Jack has had a good postseason production-wise. Hasn't scored maybe as much as he'd like. Just the one goal so far. But leads the Stanley Cup playoffs in assists.
Tied for second most points. 0-0, 9:38 to go, second period. Vegas and Colorado here in the Western Conference Final. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Ouch! Checked from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt.
I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them.
What?
Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean?
I guess.
Their gloves come off when they fight for you.
Okay.
I'm talking a settlement slap shot.
Shouldn't we be talking about the game?
Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan.
Official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At NV Energy, we do more than keep the lights on.
We're first responders,
weather watchers,
and good neighbors.
Yes, we fix lines,
but we also build new ones, prevent fires,
and we put on some pretty good barbecues on the weekends.
We try to get home at night in time to help with homework,
and then head back out for another shift.
Into any kind of weather.
Because that's our commitment to you.
At home.
And in our communities.
We're the people of NV Energy.
This is what we do.
It's game night at Raising Cane's. And we're serving the realm with a feast of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy, crinkle-cut fries, garlicky, buttered Texas toast, and cane sauce. Skate in before the puck drops or after the game stops. It's always nighttime at Cane's. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go, Knights, go.
Back to the game with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Golden Knights and Avalanche here in the Western Conference Final. Game 1, best of 7, third-round series. Montreal defeating Buffalo in Game 7 a few days ago. So Montreal and Carolina, the matchup out east. That series begins tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific. Ozone draw coming for the Knights. Jack Eichel against Gabriel Landeskog. Landeskog, the captain, gets tossed. Eichel had a great series in the face-off circle against the Ducks. A lot of those draws taken against youngster Leo Carlson. Have to deal with some more veteran players here in this series, like McKinnon and Landeskog. Puck is sent in by the Avalanche after the face-off win. It's on goal. Carter Hart gloves it on the airborne dump in. Avalanche get an ozone drop. 9:32 to go, second period, just past the halfway mark of the game.
That's one of those draws where Eichel actually wins the draw, but the puck goes to a place and the Avalanche collapse on it quicker than the Golden Knights, so they gain possession.
Statistically, it's a face-off loss for Jack Eichel, but in his mind, he won the actual draw itself. from the face-off here. A point shot knocked down in front of Carter Hart. Vegas breaks out. Dorothea fires left. Onside Barbashev toward the goal. Save. Rebound. Stick check. Dorothea couldn't get a follow-up shot. As the Avalanche come out, dump in on the right side from McKinnon. There's a 3-on-2 for the Golden Knights. Got a whistle. Could it be an intentional offside, perhaps, here?
I'm not sure what they're... Yeah. It's icing, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and Wes is bringing people back out onto the ice.
Yeah.
Wes McCauley, he's telling the Avalanche, you're not allowed to change.
Yeah, it was a rim around, so it made it slightly more difficult to sort out there. But Gary, the 3-on-2 wide entry. Barbashev was closing from the left circle. He never got a strong shot off. Basically, he was stick-checked, but the puck was propelled toward the goal. Chaos ensued around the net. Yeah. Then Dorothea trying to shoot the loose puck. He got stick-checked. So the Knights never got a clean attempt on goal there in that sequence. Avalanche get the puck after the draw back in their own zone. Landeskog hands it off. Whipped out to the neutral zone on the boat. Steal at center, Mitch Marner, and he'll backhand it in. Marner giving chase toward the left corner. Malinsky in pursuit. Marner ties him up, trying to fish it out down the right corner. Malinsky rims it the other way. Picked up by Taves, he'll lift it out. Knocked out of midair by Hanifin, shoulder high, but legally. Up to Carlson at the line, backhands it off the left wall. Kulak could not clear it by Marner. Mitch banks it around the boards. Ben Hutton charges in, couldn't play the puck cleanly. Malinsky sends it ahead. And here come the Avalanche. 3-on-2, slow developing. Kadri goes to the right corner with the puck. Slides it behind for Kulak, the defenseman. 1 goal in the regular season, 1 goal in the playoffs. Burns a shot, save Hart. Kadri parked in front, but outnumbered. Hanifin and Hutton there, and the pad save from Hart. Hanifin rips it out to the right wing for Brett Howden. Dispossessed at the offensive blue line right in front of the Vegas bench. Rattles around at the blue line as the Knights change personnel. In comes Colorado. Dish goes right. Here's Colton, the drop pass. Nichushkin shoots it wide. Off the far glass, off Kadri, sticking out of the zone. Saad reaching for it. Diving effort by Kadri to knock it away from the oncoming side. Avalanche transition forward. Colton fires it left. And a shot saved by Hart. Rebound goes in behind the goal. And the Avalanche player falls over as the Knights get the puck back the other way. That was Brock Nelson. Saad on the left to the middle. And a drive by Coghlan. They score! Dylan Coghlan, his first career playoff goal. 1-0 Knights. 7:30 to go in the second period. Dylan Coghlan in just his 5th career playoff game and just his 8th NHL game this season. 3 in the regular season, 5 in the playoffs, and my goodness, Dylan Coghlan gets the Knights' first goal of the conference final.
It's a real big save at one end of the ice from Carter Hart, and then Sissons over to Saad. Coughlin's right in the middle of the ice, and he wires this one 5-hole on Wedgwood. Not a great scouting report maybe on Coghlan, but we know he can shoot it, and he just did.
Coghlan scored his first 3 NHL goals as a Golden Knight. They all came in the same game. The only hat trick by a Knights defenseman in franchise history were Dylan Coughlin's first 3 goals. That was 5 years ago. And now here's his first playoff goal. And it gets the Knights the first goal of the conference final. 7 minutes now to go in the second period. Fourth line goes to work in the O-zone. Dowd, Colasar, and Cole Smith. But it now gets carried out by the Avalanche near side of center. Barbashev lands a hit on Manson after the Avalanche got it deep. McNabb and Theodore back. Theodore tried to stretch pass. It missed everybody and just narrowly misses the goal. So it's an icing. That was about a foot or so from being on goal, in which case there would not have been an icing. Gary, it's Dylan Coghlan from Brandon Saad and Colton Sissons at 12:29. Saad's second assist of the postseason. 2 assists in 3 games for Saad, and this is 4th game overall. Sissons, who had 4 points in the first round, 2 goals, 2 helpers, just 1 point in the second round. Now overall, Sissons 2 goals, 4 assists for 6 points.
Dylan Coghlan got into his first game, Game 3, I believe, of the Anaheim series, and his mother Melanie flew in from Nanaimo, British Columbia, and Dylan said he was nervous in the warm-up. I'll get back to this.
Avalanche win the right circle draw. Point shot wide. Might have hit somebody. Lots of bodies in the slot on the try from out high. From corner to corner, McNabb can't clear, bounces around in the circle. Now it's Pride to the line. McKinnon holds it in. Righty faking away from Michael. He shoots. Tip wide. Taves takes it behind for Colorado. The defenseman dropped it off in the trapezoid. Landeskog centered. McNabb cut it off. Sticking it back into the trapezoid to the far boards and muscled out by Keegan Colasar. As far as the red line, Barbashev trying to get it deep. Could not. Avalanche counter. Left to right comes Landeskog. 1 against 4. Dish to the outside left McKinnon. Dorofeev defending to the middle and a shot. Glove save. Looked like it was going to go wide right, but Carter Hart reached out and makes the stop to his left. 6:03 to go in the second period. Vegas 1, Colorado 0.
Coughlin said he was skating around in warm-up before Game 3, and he was nervous. It was the first time in his career he was about to play in a Stanley Cup playoff game. He wondered if it was ever going to happen. Then he looked up, and he saw his mom in the stands. She was bawling her eyes out, and he said, after I saw that, I was fine. I don't know how that relaxes you, but it relaxed Dylan, and he's been dynamite ever since getting into the lineup. Really a great depth.
Face-off win for the Avs, and a drive by Burns is wide. Off the near corner boards. Battle for the puck on the near side. Nichushkin cycles along Kadri out to the left. Kulak tipped the pass. Now it comes on goal, and it deflects wide right. The attempt by Burns, and we've got an injured Golden Knight in front. We've got a whistle to stop play. High sticking as Anderson is on his knees. Dueling out in front with Ross Colton. As Anderson on his knees.
Colorado's got a minor for a rough.
They're going to call roughing, Wes McCauley says. Anderson getting up slow and wincing and shaking his head as if he's, again, just gotten some smelling salts or something. Maybe he's going to need them. It was, oh, yeah. It's
a butt end.
It's a butt end. You're right, Gary.
Yeah, they're going to look at it, I think.
Ross Colton has his left hand down on the shaft of his stick, the right hand up near the knob, and the knob comes up right into Anderson's face.
And the referees just signaled a timeout.
Yeah, they're not looking at it, but we do have immediate timeout. It'll be a Vegas power play when we come back. 5:44 to go in the second period. It's the Knights 1, the Avalanche 0, as the officials will now talk with representatives from each team. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, hit me. Shop till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
Vegas! On behalf of Knock the Injury Law, Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson.
If you've been hurt, Knock the is the word. Call 702.
For Han Nakvi with Nakvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
Every day, we wake up to endless possibilities. And for almost 100 years, Southwest Gas has been there, helping build the kinds of relationships that turn neighborhoods into communities, houses into homes, and big dreams into reality. We're fueling everyday life with energy service that's reliable, affordable, and most importantly, safe. Because at Southwest Gas, we're not just delivering energy service, we're fueling the moments that matter most.
Back to the Stanley Cup playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Dylan Coughlin's last NHL goal was December 17th, 2021. The sixth of the six in his career. All of them as a Golden Knight, had 3 in the 21 season, then 3 more in 21-22. And this is his first career playoff goal. Again, he hasn't scored an NHL goal in 5 years. This is the first goal of the Western Conference Final, and it has the Knights in front 1-0. Saad and Sisson's assist. Now the Knights to the power play with the puck sent over the glass. Is it delay of game? No, says the linesman. A couple of Knights were arguing for puck over a glass delay of game, but not the case. Ozone draw coming for the Knights. Just 5 seconds coming off the power play. Colton for roughing Rasmus Anderson. Gary, what did you see after a couple of replays?
I think he gets him with the hand and not the butt end of the stick, so I think they got it right.
Face-off win for the penalty-killing Avalanche. They did not allow a shot on goal from the Knights on the previous power play. Avalanche dump it in. Theodore going back, watched by Brock Nelson. Theodore coming towards center. 3 power play points for Shea here in the postseason, factoring in on 3 of the 9 Vegas power play goals. Eichel comes in down the left boards, and Manson swims over, put his arm over the shoulder of Eichel, and the puck is cleared out by the Avalanche. He didn't grab the shoulder, but it's like in the horse collar neighborhood. He didn't grab him, though, so it's not a penalty. Knights come in. Here's Marner working through the slot. Puck came off the stick. In front, they score! Marner to Dorofeev, and the Knights take a 2-0 lead. It's a power play goal. Dorofeev's 10th of the postseason, and another assist for Mitch Marner. Well, that is an impressive play. First for the Knights to create the opportunity. Marner down the slot. He was weaving and zagging through defenders, and he got to the bottom of the right circle and swoops the pass on his forehand, back from which he came, right between the circles, and that's where Dorofeev arrives, just right of the slot, and Dorofeev sticks it home. 2-0 Vegas, 5 minutes to go in the second.
Now Edgewood ends up going the wrong way, and by the time he can get back to that post, Dorofeev has got him beat, and that, as you go through each round, you wonder in your mind, am I going to produce here? Well, that's for Marner. Now he's got an assist in the conference final, which he's never been in before. Same thing for Dorofeev. He's got a goal at this stage. That builds the confidence again.
Dorofeev, 10 goals, most of any player in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Marner, 19 points, most of any player in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Meanwhile, Colorado sends it in on goal. Carter Hart makes the stop. But also notable, to your point, Gary, in both series, Dorofeev started relatively slow. First round against Utah, no points in the first 3 games, but then a goal in Game 4, 3 goals in Game 5. Similarly, in the second round, no goals until Game 4, when he had 1, 2 goals in Game 5, 2 goals in Game 6. So that's goals in 4 straight games, points in 5 straight for Dorofeev. Knights get the puck in after the D-zone draw. Avalanche clear it right back out. From center ice, Hannafin toward Dowd. Off the stick of Cole Smith. Avalanche steal it back. And come ahead on the right side. Nate just impressively reached behind him to get the puck and stay on side. Hannafin booted then by Dowd. It came out of the zone. Hannafin steers it rink wide right for Anderson. Trying to go blue line to blue line. Colasar tips it in. 4 1/4 to go in the second period. 2-0 Golden Knights. Coghlan from Sod and Sissons. Dorofeev on the power play from Marner and Hurdle. Tomas Hurdle has points in 4 straight games. 2 goals and 2 assists in that period of time. Puck to the line, narrowly kept in.
I don't think it was kept in.
Kadri's blast is blocked by Carlson. Kulak picks it up, sends it right back in. Remember, in order for the puck to come out of the zone, it must entirely go across the blue line. Just like the puck going across the goal line, it has to be entirely across. In order for it to be out of the zone, it has to come completely across the blue line.
You got to see white ice, and I thought I did.
Yeah, maybe. They're very close. No matter now, Avalanche get it in. Hard check by McNabb, near boards on Nichushkin. Puck mishandled by Brett Howden, but it goes right to Mitch Marner. Coming out with Howden 2-on-2. Marner delays, turns and shoots. Snatched up by Wedgwood to his left, down near his pads, and he has the whistle.
Now Marner has that unique ability to zig and zag, and we've used the word mesmerize a few times. He gets people looking at him, and it allows others, namely Brett Howden, for the last couple of weeks, to get space. And that time, Mitch flings it on net, but it's he creates all the time with his ability to. It's not that he's a burner, but he's really good. He's like a joystick. He's really good side to side.
That's a great description. Somehow defies physics, the way he moves. You don't expect a player to move the way that he does because so few players can. Knights win the draw on the right. Sissons protects down to the right goal line. Tomas Hurdle on his backhand turns and shoots, blocked by Brock Nelson. Up to the near boards left wing side. Ben Hutton pinches in. Going to keep it going for Saad. Tried to lose by a Sean and hammered around the boards, and it goes to center. Maybe a 2-on-2 here on the right. Nichushkin back and forth. And now a centering try. Lekkinen knocked down by Coughlin. And it's knocked to the outside, picked up by Nick Waugh. The righty from the outside threw it across. Stick down by Coughlin. Right back to Waugh. Pressured by Sissons. And it goes out to the neutral zone.
What a period for Dylan Coughlin.
Calm, cool, and
effective. Wonder Twins United. Is that what you say when that happens?
That was a little scary. 2:35 to go in the second. 2-0 Knights. Avalanche to the O-zone on the near boards. Both teams were getting new players on. Here's Malinsky, the defenseman. Pointward for Taves. Now to the left. Closing and a drive. Kick save! Up into the air and out to the near side. Chipped away by Hutton. And to the line, not out. Barbashev lost his stick on the play. Avalanche rim it around to the left corner. Drury now to the left circle. Feed goes right. Malinsky shoots. Blocked by Hannafin. Poised, but could not clear. Malinsky right. O'Connor shoots. Glove save! Wow!
That goaltending was obviously going to be a storyline in this series. Carter Hart, after he makes that save, there's bodies everywhere. He pops out and skates out of the crease, clearing himself away from everybody. Boy, has he been good.
That right pad save, Gary, was impressive, but also fortuitous. It goes off the top of the right pad and up and into the air. And once it goes airborne, especially above eye level, it can be difficult to figure out where it's going to go if you're any of the skaters, forward, attacker, or defender. And it went into the air and along the goal line and away from the net. So toward the right corner in essence. And that was fortunate for the Knights, because if it goes into the air and ends up in the crease, who knows? It could deflect it, but it did not. After the draw of Vegas on it, here comes Mitch Marner across the red. Pitches it in, off Taves' stick. Marner follows up. Checked in the right corner, but he rimmed it around. Race on for the puck as Brett Howden lands a check, but could not get it away from Malinsky. Avalanche skid it out, and now they lose it coming in offside play. Theodore disrupting the entry. 1:45 to go in the second. 2-0 Golden Knights. Coughlin from Saad and Sissons. Dorothea from Marner and Hurdle. The goal separated by 2.5 minutes. 2 minutes and 33 seconds to be precise.
Well, Carter Hart's numbers in the first round were just okay. His numbers in the second round, go ahead, give me the numbers.
I'll give you the numbers, Gary. First round, goals against average, 2.72. Save percentage, 8.98 in the first round against Utah. Second round, 1.99 goals against average, 9.35 save percentage.
So that's his story. The Wedgwood story is the exact opposite. Round 1, 1.29 and a 9.50. Round 2, 3.52 and an 8.72. So Carter Hart is peaking as Wedgwood lost a little bit of his edge.
And remember, Wedgwood did not play all the games. Stretch pass, Carlson right side, shooting, and a kick save. Wedgwood flashing out with the right pad. Now at the other end, McKinnon charging, he shoots wide of the glove side on Carter Hart. Off the glass, still in play in the O-zone. McKinnon left corner. Anderson chasing. It goes pointward. Kulak shot blocked. Carlson in the way in the slot. Off the near side wall, Marner spikes it off the boards and out to center. Minute 10 to go in the period. In pursuit of the puck in the O-zone, Cole Smith. Avalanche get it out. Kadri to Kulak. One hands it left across the line. Thrown rink wide. Nelson's drive over the goal. Lefty one-timer just outside the right dot. Off the glass and all the way back down. Brock Nelson had 33 goals in the regular season. 2 so far here in the playoffs. Under a minute to go in the period. Final minute to go. Brought to you by Credit One. Into the O-zone come the Avs. Puck comes near the goal. We've got a whistle. Might have been an offside play.
No, they're calling Vegas for tripping.
Okay.
Nichushkin went down. Yeah, looks like it's going to be nicked out for tripping. Nick's not, he's not even looking at Wes as he skates to the box.
Yeah, he's saying something.
17 Vegas, minor trip.
It's going to be Ben Hutton instead. Dowd was over. Well, you were right, though. Dowd was skating over there.
Yeah.
And then curled away. And then Ben Hutton was sent to the box. I was surprised they blew the whistle. In other words, it did not appear to me as though the Knights had possession of the puck. You know, while he was on his belly, Nichushkin played the puck towards the net, so I was surprised the whistle blew.
Yeah.
That's why I thought maybe it was an offside, because if it's a penalty against Vegas, you need to gain possession in order to get the whistle. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't think that they got possession. Play could have continued for the Avalanche. Anyway, power play for Colorado. Their man advantage 0 for 1. They got a power play late in the first period. Puck goes to the point. Taves to the right. One-timer. Missed the net. Hits the corner glass. Goes all the way back down. Big drive by Marty Natchez from the left point. No power play goals here in the playoffs, but 3 power play assists for him on 100 points in the regular season. Puck out of the zone. 14 seconds to go in the period. 2-0 Knights. Colorado sends it in. Kadri, a counterclockwise room around. Anderson steps in over there. Centering, trying to flex toward the goal. Deflected. Comes right goal line. Knocked out to the left wall. That'll do it for the period. Weird couple of bounces of the puck. Nobody got a shot on goal there. It just came into a dangerous area. Carter Hart held his ground. And the second period comes to a close. The Knights score twice and take a 2-0 lead to the second intermission. Coughlin's first career Stanley Cup playoff goal, the 7th NHL goal of his career, and his first in the NHL in 5 years. Coughlin from Saad and Sissons at 12:29. Then Pavel Dorofeyev, power play goal from Mitch Marner and Tomas Hertl. Dorofeyev's 10th goal of the postseason, leading all players. And of those 10, 4 of them are on the power play. Dorofeyev led the Golden Knights with a franchise record 20 power play goals during the regular season. We'll have a live interview momentarily, so stand by for that. 2-0 Knights after 40 minutes of play here in Game 1. In case you're wondering, when the Knights have taken a lead to the third period, a record of 6-0. And Colorado, when trailing after 2 periods, a record of 1-1. Their only loss in the postseason came when they trailed after 2 periods. Okay, we'll have a live interview momentarily, so stand by for that. Coughlin from Saad and Sissons, Dorofeyev from Marner and Hertl on the power play, and one of those goal scorers ready to join us now. Let's go downstairs to the Knights dressing room and welcome Dylan Coughlin to the broadcast. Hi, Dylan, Dan and Gary in the booth. Thanks for coming by. What have you made of tonight's game so far overall?
Yeah, well, it's been good. I think first period we were kind of, I think everybody was just feeling the game out. I think we handled that first well. I think we're at our best when we're playing below the goal line, and you can see it during the game. If we have the puck down low, we're dangerous, and we're trying to just funnel pucks from wherever, and try and do that more.
We've got the Hockey Night in Canada feed on right in front of us, and they just showed Dylan Coughlin scoring a goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Tell us how it felt, and then tell us how it happened.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to hear. Growing up, there was only one thing, and it was Hockey Night in Canada, and watching the guys there, it was that's pretty cool that you say that. But no, I just it was a great breakout play, and I saw a couple of their guys below the goal line, I think, and I just decided to jump, and we had a 4-on-2, so. I think that's when I'm playing my best, is when I'm moving my feet and getting up ice quick and closing plays, and I just found a hole, and Sauter made a great play, and I shot it and it went in.
Kelly McCrimmon says every player runs its own race, and yours has not been a straight line. Did the light go on for you at some point in time this year where you said, I'm an NHL player?
I don't think I've ever not thought that, to be honest. I've my whole life, or my whole pro career, I've always said I was an NHL player, and just needed an opportunity to show that. I'm very thankful that I'm showcasing that later rather than never. So just really appreciative of the coaching staff here, and Kelly and George and all them, and putting their trust in me, and that definitely fuels me.
Dylan Coughlin, thanks very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
First NHL goal in 5 years. He had 3 goals against Minnesota in the 21 season, right? That was the 56-game season, right? His first 3 NHL goals. Then the following year, the 21-22 season, when he played in 59 games. A lot of those games were with his current partner, Ben Hutton, by the way. Coughlin scored November 6th in Montreal, scored December 16th in New Jersey, and then December 17th at Madison Square Garden. December 17th, 2021. That is his 6th and most recent NHL goal until today. And Dylan Coghlan, his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal after he put up 14 in the regular season for Henderson, 44 points. And here in the Stanley Cup playoffs for 5 consecutive games. There's his first playoff point, and it gives the Knights a 1-0 lead. Vegas extends the lead to 2-0 on a power play goal for Dorofeev, who's got 10. And by the way, 11 in his playoffs career, 10 of them this postseason. And obviously the Knights have used the power play to their advantage. 10 power play goals overall, 4 in the first round, 5 in the second round, and now 1 in one game here in the third round. Intermission report straight ahead. Ryan Wallace has that. Golden Knights 2, Avalanche 0 through 2 periods of Western Conference Final Game 1. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, this is the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The fastest game on ice. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
Calling all Vegas Golden Knights fans. Hockey is back, and the RTC Game Day Express is your road to victory this season. For just $4 round trip, get a direct, fast, and easy ride to T-Mobile Arena from 6 convenient locations around the valley. Break away from traffic hassles and leave the driving to us. Visit rtcsnv.com/Game Day Express for details. Don't forget to follow us on social media, RTC SNV, for your chance to win tickets to VGK home games.
Since 1981, we've been raising every glass, serving all Nevada, making good times last. From wine to whiskey, beer and more, find your favorites at every store. Lee's Discount Liquor, Nevada's place to go. Biggest selection, prices you love. 23 stores across the Silver State, serving Nevada since 1981. Lee's Discount Liquor, where Nevada celebrates.
Wow Car Wash is the official car wash of your Vegas Golden Knights. Born in Vegas just like the Knights, Wow Car Wash has 18 convenient locations across the valley. Wow gets you in and back on the road. Looking championship ready with our Wow Max with Knights Defense Wash. Wow knows to be the best, you have to look your best. Be sure to follow Wow Car Wash on Instagram for exclusive deals, promotions, and giveaways. For a list of all locations, visit wowwash.com. Every Vegas Golden Knights win is a reason to celebrate. But drinking and driving can turn a great night into a tragedy. Don't take chances. Plan ahead with a sober ride, whether it's a designated driver, a ride share, or public transportation. Make the smart play by planning and choosing safety. Zero Fatalities, proud partner of your Vegas Golden Knights, reminds you the biggest victory of the night is making sure everyone gets home safe. A message from the Nevada Department of Public Safety and Transportation.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy perks and exclusive rewards. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino, voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
Wow Car Wash is the official car wash of your Vegas Golden Knights. Born in Vegas just like the Knights, Wow Car Wash has 18 convenient locations across the valley. Wow gets you in and back on the road. Looking championship ready with our Wow Max with Knights Defense Wash. Wow knows to be the best, you have to look your best. Be sure to follow Wow Car Wash on Instagram for exclusive deals, promotions, and giveaways. For a list of all locations, visit wowwash.com.
1 period left in regulation. Let's go to Ryan Wallace with the intermission report on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
You spoke and the Golden Knights listened. The new VGK Locals menu is available at all the team's home games through the postseason. The menu features hot dogs, nachos, water, fountain soda, pretzels, and popcorn for just $5.50 each. Season ticket members also receive an additional 10% off on all concessions, including the VGK Locals menu. Go Knights, go. See an intermission report, the Golden Knights up 2-0 on the Colorado Avalanche after 2 periods of play. Taking a look at the highlights in the second period, the Golden Knights open the scoring when Brandon Saad set up Dylan Coughlin's first career playoff goal.
As the Knights get the puck back the other way, that was Brock Nelson. Saad on the left to the middle, and a drive by Coughlin. They score! Dylan Coughlin, his first career playoff goal. 1-0 Knights, 7:30 to go in the second period.
Dylan Coughlin from Brandon Saad and Colton Sissons, 12:29 of the second period, made it 1-0 Vegas. And then the Golden Knights extended their lead just over 2 minutes later with a power play goal from Pavel Dorofeev.
Knights come in. Here's Marner working through the slot. Puck came off the stick. In front, they score! Marner to Dorofeev, and the Knights take a 2-0 lead. It's a power play goal.
10th goal of the playoffs for Pavel Dorofeev on the power play from Mitch Marner and Tomas Hertl. 15:02 of the second period, 2-0 Vegas, and that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. We're back with more in a moment. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, you're listening to the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Everyone's so friendly here at Centennial Subaru. Can't walk 10 steps without a belly rub. They feed me snacks, and they even feed humans. Only thing bad I can say is they really like those guys on 2 wheels. This is why we bring our humans here. Go north, US 95 and Ann Road. Centennial Subaru, a short drive from everywhere.
Car won't start, dog needs meds, and you still haven't made a will? Life happens, and Radiant Start Checking helps you handle it. 24/7 roadside assistance, pet care savings, and virtual vet access. Even tools to create legal documents like wills and powers of attorney. All included for $7 a month. Radiant Start Checking from Westar Credit Union. Visit westar.org/RadiantStar to learn more.
Radiant Start Checking has a $7 monthly benefits fee. Activation required. Terms and conditions apply. Share savings with a minimum balance, and membership eligibility is required to become a member. Insured by NCUA.
Shane Hardy here with
Darren Millar from the Vegas Golden Knights.
When it comes to luxury, no one does it better than Finley Cadillac and the Valley Auto Mall.
Plus, they have an exceptional service department with a team of highly skilled technicians. They go above and beyond to keep vehicles running smoothly.
Whether it's routine maintenance, repairs, or upgrades, they have you covered. Their team of experts provides top-notch service, ensuring your car stays in pristine condition.
Plus, Finley Cadillac and the Valley Auto Mall offers convenient pickup and delivery.
Visit them online at finleycadillac.com to schedule your appointment.
Playoffs are here. Boomer Sportsbook reminds you to check the price, whether your bets are on the hardwood or the ice. Unlock boosts, bonuses, and non-stop postseason action. Download the Boomers app and activate it in minutes at Ellis Island Casino, Casino Valley Verde, or Ojos Locos Casino. Plus, now you can fund your existing Boomers account at any Village pub. Put your game face on and check the price. When you bet with Boomers, you win more. Must be 21. Terms and conditions apply. Bet responsibly.
There's a difference you can feel when you step into the showroom at Finley Honda Henderson. Sure, our cars are beautiful, built to last, and our certified pre-owned inventory is one of the largest in the country. But the difference is our people. From the sales floor to the service department, we're focused on you. Because when you're the center of our attention, everybody wins. It may not be what you're used to, but we think it should be. Welcome to The Difference at Finley Honda Henderson in the Valley Auto Mall.
Hey, it's Chris Fox with Simply Vegas Real Estate. If you're buying, selling, investing, or you have a property in distress and you need to sell fast, call me 702-419-4346. 702-419-4346. Or at foxsellsvegas.com. Broker 100960.
The third period is coming up. But first, here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission wrap-up on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The time has come to secure full season memberships for the 2026-27 season and be at T-Mobile Arena for all the action with the Golden Knights. Full season memberships begin at just $50 per game and offer significant savings compared to single game prices. Visit VegasGoldenKnights.com for more information on how to become a full season member. Senior Mission Report, the Golden Knights up 2-0 on the Colorado Avalanche after 2 periods play. Game 1 Western Conference Final. Stats of the period: shots 15-10, the edge to Colorado. Hits 26-21 through 40 minutes. Again, the edge to Colorado. The Golden Knights are 1 for 2 on the power play. The Avalanche technically 0 for 2 on the power play, but just as they did to start the second period, there will be carryover power play time for the Avalanche to start the third period. Vegas charged with 15 giveaways, 5 takeaways, 16 block shots. The Avalanche 6 giveaways, 3 takeaways, 8 block shots. Now, a couple of things that stand out or front of mind in terms of the stats. 16 block shots for the Golden Knights. The motto in 23 was that it hurts to win. The reality for the Golden Knights this season is that you have players, you have a team, you have an understanding, a construct of how you need to play in order to win. John Tortorella used to talk about safe being death. For the Golden Knights, the fact that they are willing to put their body on the line, they are willing to block shots, they are doing a great job of that through the first 40 minutes, that's frustrating the Colorado Avalanche. They're unable to get the clean looks, and when they do, Carter Hart's making exceptional saves. Another 10 bell from Carter Hart on Logan O'Connor late in the second period keeps the Avs off the score sheet going to the third period. For the Golden Knights, it's been as close to perfect through 40 minutes as you can get. Now you've got to kill a penalty again to start the third period and get this one across the goal line. Third period action's coming up next. Dan and Gary, they've got the call. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, you're listening to the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, oh, shiatsu, bottle service, yeah, hit me, shop till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
It's game night at Raising Cane's. And we're serving the realm with a feast of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy, crinkle-cut fries, garlicky, buttered Texas toast, and cane sauce. Skate in before the puck drops or after the game stops. It's always nighttime at Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Go, Knights, go.
Every day, we wake up to endless possibilities. And for almost 100 years, Southwest Gas has been there, helping build the kinds of relationships that turn neighborhoods into communities, houses into homes, and big dreams into reality. We're fueling everyday life with energy service that's reliable, affordable, and most importantly, safe. Because at Southwest Gas, we're not just delivering energy service, we're fueling the moments that matter most.
The Golden Knights have one mission at T-Mobile Arena: protect this fortress. And the Golden Knights aren't alone. T-Mobile Arena gets 24/7 power protection from EcoStruxure, the advanced IoT platform from Schneider Electric. With EcoStruxure, Arena staff can monitor every building system from a single screen. The result? Energy savings, comfortable fans, and a building ready for anything. That's EcoStruxure from Schneider Electric. Innovation at every level.
Vegas! On behalf of Knock the Injury Law, Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson.
If you've been hurt, Knock the is the word. Call 702-INJURED.
For Han Knockthie with Knockthie Injury Law, imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
Back to the Golden Knights taking on the Colorado Avalanche in the Western Conference Finals of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
High above ringside at Ball Arena in Denver. Headed to the third period, Game 1, Western Conference Final. 2-0 Knights. Both goals in the middle period. Dylan Coughlin at 12:29 for Brandon Saad and Colton Sissons. 2.5 minutes later, with the Knights on the power play, Pavel Dorofeev on a magical pass from Mitch Marner. And the second assist to Tomas Hertl. 2-0 Knights as we head to the third, as we welcome you inside the radio booth. I'm Dan Duva, alongside Golden Knights insider Gary Lawless. Gary is brought to us by Findlay Honda of Henderson.
Findlay Honda of Henderson, they're getting to the conference final with us. You can get to the finals with them. Go see them in all the great Honda products, led by GM Doug and all his great staff. Findlay Honda of Henderson.
Avalanche start the third period on the power play as they started the second period. Back in the first, Barbashev was called for holding Malinsky. Knights killed that one off. 2 shots at the end of the first and 1 early in the second. And Ben Hutton called for tripping Nichushkin late in the second period. And there's a minute 25 of carryover time. Third period underway. Colorado wins the draw, skating right to left. Vegas 2, Colorado 0 in game 1. Right to left, McKinnon finds Landeskog across the line, down the slot, deflected puck. It ends up wide right of the goal. Landeskog rims it out to the right point, Taves. Link wide left, McKinnon calling for it. Righty breaks in the left circle, comes out high, weaves away from Michael. McKinnon drops it down to the left goal line. Taken there by Natchez, coming out high. To Taves, back to Natchez, out in front, a redirect in the air and sticked away. Ends up right circle. Carlson tripped up, no call. Feed goes left for Natchez. Righty to the middle, Taves shoots it wide right. Off the right corner boards, Landeskog to the right side wall. Dish down to the right goal line, but missed the stick. And it goes in behind the net. Landeskog after it. Comes loose off McKinnon's stick. Carlson forces it out. It'll go all the way back down. Penalty at 27 seconds.
William really strong on that puck on the opposite side of the ice over by the Golden Knights bench. I thought he got hauled down, but he did a good job to get that last puck out.
Brock Nelson takes the headman pass left wing. Left half wall, and then it's knocked loose. Anderson and Hannafin defend now in the corner. 3 Avalanche to it. Played low to high up the near boards. Malinsky, righty defenseman. Left for Natchez. Weaves away from Marner. Has to weave further. Passing to Malinsky. Shooting. Blocked out high. Goes right to Hutton out of the box. Gloves it to himself. Opens up. Closing. He shoots. Blocker save. Rebound. They score. Brett Howden on the rebound. On the shot by Ben Hutton. A jailbreak goal for the Knights. 3-0. A minute and a half into the third period. Brett Howden delivers his 9th of the postseason and the first career postseason point for Ben Hutton. Out of the box, Ben Hutton gloves the puck down to his stick, rushed up the right wing, figures that he himself can score, and a great blocker save by Wedgwood. Howden knocks it down and then tucks it in at the left post for the Knights' 3rd goal of the game.
Now this is Brett Howden doing what he has done all playoffs, go to the net. And he has finished with a plum all playoff long. The Avalanche are asking about Howden knocking that down with his glove. It's not a hand pass. He's allowed to knock it down and then take it himself. There's no issue there at all. And the referees just told the Avalanche, you got no argument here, guys. Ben Hutton right out of the box, as you said, holds it, waits, thinks, can I slide it over to Brett? When that's taken away from him, he puts the shot on net. Howden gets the rebound. That's easy to say, Hutton and Howden. And Vegas has a 3-0 lead.
I struggle with it every game. So the Knights build upon their lead on Brett Howden's 9th of the postseason. One behind his teammate, Pavel Dorofeyev, for the Stanley Cup playoffs lead. Howden from Hutton at 134. The Knights penalty killers 2 for 2. Fourth line on the breakout for the Knights. Cole Smith gains the red line and pitches it in. All 3 goals against Scott Wedgwood. He came on in relief for Game 5 against Minnesota after Mackenzie Blackwood had started a couple of games in a row. Wedgwood got the win in relief, 7 saves on 7 shots over 43 minutes from a beaten and tentative Minnesota team. Knights get the puck in. Coughlin to Hurdle, and now in behind Sissons dealing with 3 Avalanche players. Hurdle joins in. Colorado gets the puck. Far boards Logan O'Connor. Cleared it out. Hutton knocks it down. Hands it off to Sissons to dump it back in. Gary, can you imagine Ben Hutton and Dylan Coughlin, who when the Knights' full lineup was in place, would not have been in the lineup? And here they have each recorded a point in the first game of the Western Conference Final. Coughlin a goal and Hutton an assist. And the Knights have a 3-0 lead early in the third, 3 minutes in. Dorofeyev dumps it in for the Golden Knights.
Well, at this juncture, Coughlin has upset the pyramid of Golden Knights defensemen. He has moved up in the pecking order from #1 guy in the American League to top 6 with the Golden Knights, even when Lozon is healthy.
In come the Avalanche, an errant pointward pass from the right wall out of the zone. Burns back to his own blue. Vegas using the opportunity to change personnel. Landeskog back in, checked by Howden on the entry. Landeskog flung it down to the end boards. Vegas recovers. Dorofeyev, nifty handwork to protect it. Bank it forward. Carlson gets position left circle and takes it away from McKinnon left corner. Battle for the puck now ensues. Howden joining Carlson. It ends up deflecting into the protective netting, out of play over on the far side boards.
Brett Howden now with 9. What do you have in the regular season? 12?
Yeah. He now has 18 career postseason goals. 9 of those 18, half, have come here in this postseason. And Howden has played 56 playoff games. Even strength goal just after the penalty kill. Knights, of course, have scored 4 times shorthanded. Howden with 3 of those 4. Marner assisting on all 4. There's William Karlsson, trailed by Marner on the entry left side. Karlsson forced behind the net, taps it behind. Howden and Marner are there. Howden to Marner, rims at left point. Too much for McNabb. Will have to play it at center. Stick checked in the neutral zone. Give it away to Landeskog after pressure from Natchez, but that group of Avalanche needs to go off. I'll just dump it in. 3-0 Vegas early in the third period of game 1. Knights fail to get it in. Here comes Lehkonen near side. Threw it in front. Redirect and a save! Carter Hart stays with the deflected puck. Snatches it with the glove. Brock Nelson on the doorstep. Thought he might have had the first Avalanche goal, but he tipped it right to the left hip. Carter Hart gloves it. A little flashing of the leather after he secured it.
Yeah, he stuck with that. He watched. You could see him trailing the puck the whole way. His eyes, he's locked in right on the puck and does not allow it to get by him, although his teammates did their best there with some sloppy work on a breakout to put him in a bad position. Vegas has got to clean it up. Colorado has scored 3 or more in a period a bunch of times this year.
Knights get the puck out of the zone following the draw. It will be an icing. 15:20 to go in the third. 3-0 Knights.
Keegan Colasar on his last shift, he went down in a heap. He struggled to get to the bench, and he's on the bench right now trying to work through something. I don't know if he'll be able to answer his next shift. Kyle Moore is looking over his shoulder, kind of talking to him, but Keegan is flexing one of his legs, trying to get whatever is bothering him out of that muscle.
Yeah, he's got the seat on the bench closest to the center red line. And as you said, Kyle Moore standing right behind him. Knights get the D-zone drop. Hannafin sends it to center. Cole Smith, rink wide right. Anderson up to the red for Sissons to send it in without the icing. Dowd lands the check on the corner boards. Sissons follows up with a check, and Colorado gets the puck. As Gary mentions, Sissons in the spot where Colasar has been. Fourth line right wing. Sissons has played plenty of hockey with these guys of late. Cole Smith, McDowd, and Sissons. They go off now as they get the puck in. Of course, a very productive first round for that trio. Dowd a couple of goals. Smith 2 goals, 2 assists. Sissons 2 goals, 2 assists in the first round against Utah.
So Vegas has Riley Smith and Braden Bowman as extras right now. And obviously,
here's an icing against Vegas.
The status of Mark Stone looms in the shadows right now.
With the team here in Denver on the ice with the extras this morning. But we weren't sure officially that he was unavailable until the team took the ice. John Tortorella declined to expand on injuries, as has been the case. Kelly McCrimmon also declined to offer an update when asked yesterday. And so Mark Stone is here. He was on the ice, but not ready to return. He has played 9 of the 13 Golden Knights playoff games this postseason. Knights get the puck after the D-zone draw. Dorofeev leading Eichel. In on the left, Barbashev tried to do a return pass for Eichel, but it got tipped. Barbashev finds it, tried to throw it across to Eichel, but it's knocked down in front by Nichushkin. He races out, up to the blue. Saucer's right. Collision in the slot. Centering feed, they score! 2 Knights collide in front. Leads to the opportunity for Val Nichushkin. And the Avalanche now trail 3-1. 6 minutes into the third period. Second playoff goal for Nichushkin this year. And this one in transition. And aided by the Knights trying to sort things out in front, but ultimately colliding with one another in the slot. And it was just seconds after the Knights' top line had an offensive zone opportunity. But here Gary Coghlan and Hutton collide, and that spells danger.
Yeah, it looks like I don't even know which one sort of drifted into the other guy's area.
They were both reaching for the pass. There was a cross-ice pass. They both reached for it, and therefore slightly off balance. And in so reaching, they bump. And because they're slightly off balance, they both go down. And Nichushkin is unchecked near the net. And it's his second of the playoffs. Colton the assist at 5:54. And the Avalanche have their first goal of the series. And the Knights hope for a shutout thwarted. They are without a shutout win here in the postseason out of their first 8 victories. Back check steal for the Knights. They get the puck to the O-zone. Saad, Hurdle, and Sissons. Avalanche get it and clear it, but without clean possession. Again, Sissons took his last shift on the fourth line with Dowd and Cole Smith. And here is taking his regular shift with Hurdle and Saad. They get the dump in, and that group of players heads off.
A big goal for Colorado if they're going to climb back into this one. They had to get started, and now they have.
Colorado right to left. Natchez on the breakout. Howden a stick check. Natchez stripped. Theodore reached in beautifully. Makes it look effortless. Just a little reach. Flick of the wrist. Knocked it off to speedy Marty Natchez.
He's really confident right now.
Theodore retrieves the puck behind his own goal. Howden tried to bank it forward. Carlson leading, does pry it out. Comes off the sidewall and takes a Colorado deflection in. Therefore, it's an icing against Vegas.
He just missed Marner.
13 minutes to go, third period, game 1. Knights leading at 3-1. No goals in the first period. Vegas got 2 in the second, 1 early in the third. And now the Avalanche have one themselves. Nichushkin from Colton at 3:53. Val Nichushkin's 28th career postseason goal in his 89th playoff game. Left circle draw, Landeskog wins it. McKinnon curling at the outside left, carries it down to the left corner. Righty breaks behind the goal. Theodore engages. McKinnon shakes away. Deflected puck comes in front. Picked up by the Knights. William Karlsson hooked, but at least one hands the puck out of the zone as a stick blade comes separate from the shaft out in the neutral zone. Avalanche go to their own zone to retrieve the puck. Theodore and William Karlsson combining to prevent a chance there as Colorado is offside on the entry.
Yeah, Burns had to try and get around that stick, and then he missed a beat, and that allowed, I think Landeskog goes offside as a result of that.
And on that last clear by William Karlsson that we saw, Gary, again, we've said this so many times over 9 years, William is so strong at skating through stick checks and hooks and trips that it could have been a penalty there had he gone down or looked more physically affected by it, but he skated right through it and no call. 12:33 to go in the third period. Vegas 3, Colorado 1. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
BritBox has the best of British TV, period.
Let's get started.
The best mystery, period.
I like a good detective story.
The best romance, period.
This is the book that will open the heart of Miss Mary Bennett.
The best drama, period.
Welcome to the grown-up world.
Stream the best British period dramas, including The Lady, inspired by a true story of murder and scandal, and from the world of Jane Austen, the other Bennett sister, only on BritBox. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Broker license number 1001607.LLC.
You gotta go Galindo.
I'm Josh Galindo, owner of Galindo Group Real Estate. We're not just a real estate company, we're a lifestyle brokerage with over 20 years of experience. When you work with us, you get more than a realtor. You get an entire team dedicated to creating an experience you'll love. From start to finish, we make buying or selling your home smooth, fun, and completely stress-free.
You gotta go Galindo. 702-820-HOME.
GalindoGroupRealestate.com.
At Access, we believe that music and sports are best enjoyed live and in person. That's why we're passionate about providing fans with tickets to the hottest sporting events and concerts around the world, including right here in Vegas. The Access ticketing app is safe, simple, and secure, and you can find it in the App Store for iOS or the Google Play Store for Android. Or visit us at Access.com to find tickets to your next unforgettable live experience. That's AXS.com. Access, your ticket to Las Vegas.
Back to the Stanley Cup playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Western Conference Final, Game 1. Knights took a 3-0 lead. Colorado on the comeback trail. Nichushkin has the Avalanche first goal of the series. Now a loose puck. Cole Smith, a breakaway. Down the slot. The lefty shoots it wide. He got stick checked at the last moment by Manson. Rebound out to center. Here's Brock Nelson. Delays, hands it off for Natchez. He shoots. Blocker save hard. Meanwhile, away from the puck, there was a collision in the slot. Cole Smith, again, lifting maneuver to get out to center. Skating one-on-one on Manson. Pressured from behind by Nichushkin. He just chips it in at the end of a shift. Cole Smith with 4 points in the postseason, all in the first round. Their breakaway opportunity. Dorofeev on the back check. Knocks the puck loose and out to center. Eichel and Barbashev getting to it. Dorofeev enters the zone left wing. He pulls and shoots over the goal. Combo with his 10th goal of the playoffs here today. Most in the postseason. Goals in 4 straight for him. Dorofeev on his backhand. Put it in front off a couple of sticks. Just topped over Jack Eichel's stick in the right side of the slot. Collision. Burns knocks 2 Knights into one another. Barbashev and Dorofeev. As the Avalanche break out, Lehkonen fires it in off the left glass. McKinnon gloved it down to himself. Steers it away from Theodore. Dropping it off in the left corner. Centering pass and a shot. High and wide right from Lehkonen. Right point Taves. Threw it down the boards. Eichel engaging there on Landeskog. Rim around behind McNabb and Theodore combined to get it up the wall, but not out. Battle along the boards. Eichel on it. Coming to center with Theodore. Eichel across the line, right wing. Malinsky on the back check, knocked it away from Eichel. But he got the puck in, and the Knights try to change some players. With speed, Malinsky. The D-man flips it left corner and gives chase himself. Met by Anderson. 10:45 to go, third period. Vegas 3, Colorado 1. Game 1 of the conference final. Hanifin, far side, looks ahead. Found Carlson, checked as he clears. Colorado cuts it off at center. Kadri toward the left side. Colton lifts it in near side corner. Hanifin to it, cranks it around. Howden and Carlson after it. Deflected puck up and down the boards. Now rink wide left. Kulak. He shoots, blocked off Anderson. Rebound in the slot. Colorado collects. Nelson looking pointward. To the line, a shot by Kulak. Knocked down. It's a free puck. It's in the crease, and then the referee blows the whistle. Carter Hart ends up in a seated position as Hanifin on his belly. Puck is secured by Carter Hart somehow.
The referee's completely ignored. Brett Burns put both of his arms around Pavel Dorofeev and wrestled him to the ice. It was a clear interference, holding, whatever you want to call it. They don't call it, and then Colorado goes to the other end of the ice and gets a scoring chance. Call the game in front of you. Don't manage the game. It's the playoffs. It's the Western Conference Final.
10:07 to go in the third period. Knights got 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Avalanche have one back. Nichushkin from Colton. Vegas goals Coughlin, Dorofeev, and Howden. No penalties have been called so far here in the third period. Each team whistled for 2 minors in the game so far. Knights clear the zone. Theodore using the near glass to get it out. Turnover. Kolasar to the outside left. Crossing there with Cole Smith. Burns cross-checks him, and no call. Wes McCauley had looked away. No call on what could have been a cross-check. Burns taking liberties increasingly so. Kolasar looks right to Wes McCauley as the puck goes out of play, saying, "Did you not see that?" That's twice now in the Avalanche defensive zone. Earlier, as Gary just described on Dorofeev, and here on Kolasar.
Burns can't keep up with some of these guys, and he's forced to take liberties. Referees need to call the penalties in front of them.
Burns in his 23rd professional season. 41-year-old. First-round pick of the Wild in 2003. Has not missed a game since the 13-14 season. 9:47 to go in the third. Vegas 3, Colorado 1. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The Golden Knights have one mission at T-Mobile Arena: protect this fortress. And the Golden Knights aren't alone. T-Mobile Arena gets 24/7 power protection from EcoStruxure, the advanced IoT platform from Schneider Electric. With EcoStruxure, Arena staff can monitor every building system from a single screen. The result? Energy savings, comfortable fans, and a building ready for anything. That's EcoStruxure from Schneider Electric. Innovation at every level.
Welcome to Win City. where a hat trick means more than just 3 goals in a hockey game. It's also when you reach 3 goals in life. You make the perfect souffle. You graduate with that diploma. You land your dream job.
Goal for the hat trick! What a play!
Another great play is scoring the official credit card of the Vegas Golden Knights with exclusive perks and benefits for VGK fans. See if you pre-qualify at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank for what's ahead.
Since 1981, we've been raising every glass, serving on Nevada, making good times last. From wine to whiskey, beer and more. Find your favorites at every store. Lee's Discount Liquor, Nevada's place to go. Biggest selection, prices you love. 23 stores across the Silver State. Serving Nevada since 1981. Lee's Discount Liquor, where Nevada celebrates.
Hey Golden Knights fan, this is Jeremy Lozon. Let's get back to the action with Dan and Gary.
Welcome back. Knights lead the Avalanche 3-1. Game 1 conference final. Avalanche win a D-zone draw. Hurdle takes his man to the wall so the Knights can get the puck. McNabb backhands it in on net. Wedgwood peeks up, then covers the puck just as Brandon Saad arrived. Coughlin from Saad and Sissons, the game's first goal at 12:29 of the second. 2.5 minutes later, the Knights got another one. Power play goal. Dorothea from Marner and Hurdle. And then after the Knights killed a penalty early in the third, Hutton out of the box had a 2-on-1 breakaway. After his shot was saved, Howden put home the rebound, giving the Knights a 3-0 advantage. Then 4 minutes and change later, found a Chushkin from Ross Colton to get the Avalanche first goal of the series. 3-1 Vegas, halfway through the third period. No penalties have been called in the third. Avalanche have 5 shots this period. Knights have 4. Ozone draw, Tomas Hurdle to take it. And he wins it against Nick Waugh. Left wing try, that is wide from Hannafin. Anderson on the rebound. He could not limit back from which it came. Pressured out high by Parker Kelly. Anderson kept it in the zone, however. Down to the right corner, Tomas Hurdle dealing with Josh Manson. Round it goes, Hurdle still with it. Flings it along for Sissons. Threw it toward the goal on the backhand. Stick to Saad by Wedgwood. Saad after it. Hampered from behind. Saad keeps the possession going. Trying to give it to Hurdle, but it's stripped away by Nick Watt. Former Golden Knight comes through center. Left wing into the zone. All the way down to the corner for Parker Kelly. 9 minutes to go, third period, 3-1 Knights. Feed right, thrown across the net, mouth and wide. An attempt by Taves from the right. Back toward the slot off Kelly's stick in the middle. And Hurdle gets to it for the Knights. Airborne clear, glove down by Taves. Back in on the left, O'Connor. Works to the slot, stick check. Good work by Sissons. Still staying with O'Connor on the near boards. Along the wall, down the boards, Hurdle there with Anderson. And then Hannafin comes over to help out. Up the wall it comes, to the line. Taves down to a knee, keeps it in. He shoots, knocked down by Sissons. Picked up by Barbashev from the counter. Skates in front of his own bench, up to the red line, and rolls it in. Barbashev grabbed on the entry. No call. Ross Colton grabbed him. McKinnon grabbed him as the Avalanche retrieve and traverse the neutral zone. Dump in on the right. Rim back from which it came by Landeskog. Dorothea tips it for Jack Eichel. Turns it over. Landeskog keeps it in the zone, but his pass got tipped and it comes back to center. Unforced mistake there by Jack Eichel, especially with the top line out for the Avalanche. Tie up on the entry. McNabb knifes it away from Lehkonen, and Dorothea sends it in. Burns quickly retrieves, whips it forward. McKinnon, end of the shift, dumps it in opposite corner. Kadri to it, back out high. Burns must play it in the neutral zone. And the Avalanche have to tag up. Howden on McKinnon, but he carried it back in before his team had cleared the zone, so it's offside. 7:38 to go, third period. Knights 3, Avalanche 1.
Well, you just mentioned the no penalties in the third, and we are clearly, and you have to be bleeding time for the referees to lift their arm up, so don't expect anything easy the rest away in that respect. The Golden Knights, a real good job there, keeping everything away from Hart, and knocked 2 minutes off the clock there, and they need more of that here, because at some point in time, Jared Bednar is going to want to pull his goalie.
Knights have blocked 20 shots so far today. 30 shots on goal for Colorado. Dump in, and Howden wipes out, goes awkwardly into the end boards. He's up and skating toward his bench. In goes Natchez to the O-zone for Colorado. Steers it to the corner. Now to the slot. Malinsky shoots, and a blocker save. Rebound left corner. Around it goes to the right side corner. To the point, Malinsky, another try. Tipped on and a save. Rebound taken by Carlson. Skates to center alongside the Knights' right winger here, who is Cole Smith. With Carlson, who steers it around to Kolasar. Returns it for Carlson, who tips it. Theodore thought about pinching in, but instead let Cole Smith go to work, checking Marty Natius. Kolasar chasing Nelson. He steers it around. Kulak makes the breakout pass, intercepted by the Knights at center. Cole Smith played it ahead, but not all the way in. Now Down gets a steal on the left side on Kulak. Feeds the oncomer. That's Saad. Knocked off his stick. Saad to the right corner. The Chushkin defending. Saad passes behind. Kolasar whips it out high. Anderson right. Theodore. He shoots it, knocked down. In part, that was McNabb on the high left, throwing it across to Theodore. And the save was made after the attempt by Shea from the right point. Brings us down to 6:28 to go in the third period. Vegas in the lead 3-1.
Howden got tripped as he was skating into the offensive zone, and he ended up sliding awkwardly into the end boards, and
he winces.
Yeah, hopefully
it's an obvious
fine.
pain.
Yeah,
I mean, he gets up and skates off on his own power, somewhat gingerly. From the draw side, a steal and a shot wide. He had an impressive pickpocket, but then didn't get all of the shot. Hurdle has the rebound left corner. Rims it around to the near side right. Malinsky couldn't clear it by Anderson, and it's sent back around by Ross Colton. 6 minutes and change to go in the third period. Vegas in the lead 3-1. Avalanche defender Manson went down in the far corner, but he had teammates there for support. Jack Drury carries it out, lofts it on goal. Carter Hart makes the catch on the pop fly, secures it for the whistle. 5:56 to go. Knights 3, Avalanche 1. Keep an eye on the Knights bench and see if there's any movement from Brett Howden. We'll let you know after the timeout. Again, it's the Knights on top. They scored the first three, but the Avalanche the most recent goal. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, it's the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy perks and exclusive rewards. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava Resort and Casino, voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter.
Reliable service and a brand you can trust. Visit OneStopRoofShop.com. Commercial or home, we can do what you need. Helping build this community. Big or small, there's nothing we can do. We're the most preferred roofer and we're here for you. Reliable service and a brand you can trust. Visit OneStopRoofShop.com.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
Back to the Stanley Cup Playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Golden Knights 3, Avalanche 1. 5:56 to go in the third period. Coghlan, Dorofeev, and Howden, the three Vegas goals. Nichushkin, the lone Avalanche marker. Ozone draw for the Avalanche. Keeping an eye on the Golden Knights bench. Brett Howden appears to be okay. Moving down the bench with Mitch Marner to his side, indicating that he's probably good for his next shift after he slid feet first into the end boards. Puck came in front of the Knights' goal. Cleared away but not out. McKinnon to the point for Taves. McKinnon dubs it toward the goal. Hart the save and drops the stick. Covers it with his blocker hand and has the whistle.
5:38 left in the third period. Shots are 33-26 in favor of the Avalanche. 3-1 Vegas here, and that shift, Braden McNabb does a great job closing off Gabriel Landeskog. Two guys that have been around the block in the NHL.
Landeskog is 33, turned 34 in November. Braden McNabb is 35, turns 36 next January. Knight got the puck after the draw. Anderson lifts it forward, bounces at the Colorado line. Barbashev propels it on goal on a bouncer, but it's steered away by Wedgwood. Malinsky did his best to box out Barbashev and prevent him from getting a clean control or a shot. Avalanche to the ozone. Around behind went McKinnon with the puck. Deflected now. It goes behind the Vegas goal. Natchez on it with 5 minutes to play. Deflected puck off a stick and out of the zone. Knights try to change personnel quickly. Back in goes McKinnon towards the goal. Backhander wide from Natchez. From the right half wall. Kadri kept it in the zone. Now it's gloved out of the zone. Slow moving puck. It will not be enough for icing. Knights now have Mitch Marner on the ice with William Karlsson and Brett Howden. Marner intercepts a breakout pass. Marner coming ahead right side. Sends it on goal. And Wedgwood tips it over to the far corner. Knights get to it. Karlsson sent it back behind toward Marner, but it got away from him. Kadri sets up Kulak on the entry. Feed goes to the right. Here's a try. Deflected across the net mouth and wide left. Kadri to the point. Manson to the right. Here's a point shot from Natchez, blocked. Ends up on the near boards. Knights to it. Kept in the zone momentarily by Manson. Now left corner. It's Kadri. With 4 minutes to go in the third period. Knights leading by 2. Natchez. Stick breaks on the shot attempt. Marner in his kitchen. Bank pass Theodore to Marner up to the Colorado blue. Flings it opposite corner. Cole Smith gives chase. Checked in his pursuit of the puck. Down picks it up and rings it around. Hoping for Anderson. Cole Smith comes over like a freight train on Drury, but he did get the puck out. Avalanche in pursuit in the Knights zone. Down with Hannafin. Then Anderson for puck support. Airborne clear. Cole Smith reaches in. Deflected puck. Down waiting for his teammates to get onside. Skates it in and one hands it to the left corner. Collision behind the Colorado goal. Avalanche get the puck. Challenge on the breakout. Another steal for the Knights. This time it's Parker Kelly. Stripped loose by Cole Smith. 3:20 to go in the third period. Vegas leading 3-1 in game one. Burns from center sends it in. Off the goaltender's stick. It rattles in front. Eichel with great positioning. Preventing a shot, but a penalty coming. Is it a high stick? Looks to be against Vegas.
Yep. Shea Theodore.
Didn't see it in real time. Nope. Here comes the announcement.
Vegas, number 27, minor penalty for high sticking.
Haven't seen a replay yet. But it will be the third power play of the game for Colorado. They got a power play late in the first, carried into the second. Power play late in the second, they carried into the third. They're 0 for 2.
And Theodore goes to try and play the puck. And it looks like his follow through gets Colton. Wedgwood out of the net, Dan. It's going to be 6-on-4 for Colorado.
But as we often talk about in these situations, there's a certain benefit in playing 6-on-4 as the penalty killing team, because you can take target practice at the empty net. If it were 6-on-5, you risk icing. Here you can shoot it down on a penalty kill cleared, might get a goal. But it is a power play for Colorado. In the regular season, they ranked 27th. They had 45 power play goals compared to the Knights' 58. Here in the playoffs, they've got 6 power play goals, 1 in the first round, 5 in the second round, none yet today. Knights get a clear, and this one goes down but wide left of the goal. That's on Rasmus Anderson, off target by about 20 feet. 3 minutes to go, third period. Knights leading 3-1. 6-on-4 for the Avs. With speed on the right, the entry. Natchez drops it off for Kadri. Eichel bumps in. Down goes Kadri. McNabb fishing for it. Puck goes out to the point, held in there by Taves. Into the slot. Off a stick, picked up by the Knights. Anderson flings it out, but not toward the goal. To go off the right side boards and down. Devon Taves getting an increased opportunity with Cale Makar's injury, missing his first game of the postseason. Taves has been the power play guy in that spot. McKinnon with a shot attempt on the entry. Blocked by McNabb. McKinnon, great fake. Works it out in front. They score! Landeskog! It's a one-goal game with 2:20 to go. Power play goal at 6-on-4 for the Avalanche. Impressive maneuvering by Nathan McKinnon out of the right corner. Got it across the crease. Gabriel Landeskog, the captain, puts it home just left of the net. Landeskog with his 4th goal of the postseason. And of those, 2 on the power play. It's 3-2 Knights with 2:20 to go in game 1.
McKinnon just puts on a clinic, and he sheds Braden McNabb with a great fake, and Anderson loses Landeskog on the far post. It's a perfect pass and an excellent finish. Carter Hart gets his pad over there, but Landeskog elevates it up into the net.
It goes off the top of the pad of Carter Hart.
Yeah. 2:21. Wedgwood back in the net for now.
So it's a 3-2 Knights lead with 2 1/4 to go in the third period. Power play goal for the Avs. On their third power play opportunity of the game, they're 1 for 3. Landeskog from McKinnon and Taves at 17:40. Knights get a clear. It'll roll down, and it is an icing.
This will bring Wedgwood out again.
We'll see with 2:02 to go. Avalanche trying to erase a 3-0 deficit. And Wedgwood does head over toward his bench. Third period goal scoring has been the strength for Colorado here in the postseason. 19 of their 37 goals have been in the third period. Add in today's 21 out of 39. 2:02 to go. Left circle drive. Here is Brock Nelson to take the face-off against William Karlsson. Off the stick, it goes behind the Knights net. McNabb picks it up. He'll fire it out. Glove down by Taves near the center logo. McNabb was trying to score there. Marner prevents a clean breakout, though. Karlsson gets it at center. Avalanche will get it. They'll back it up. Taves behind his own net. Watched by Marner, and then Karlsson. 6-on-5 for the Avalanche. Down a goal with 1:40 to go. Natchez from the center red. Dumps it in right corner. Counterclockwise around the rim. An airborne clear. Gloved at center by Taves after Theodore hoisted it out. Here's Natchez from the red line. Fires it right corner. Clanks around counterclockwise. Theodore to it for the Knights. Behind from McNabb. He blasts it around the rim. Kadri knocks it down. Fight for it near the right corner boards. Avalanche get it. Taves right point. Back to the half wall. Taves again straight on. To the left. In the near side circle, McKinnon. To Taves again. Taves straight on. Back to the left, McKinnon. Flashes to the middle. Landeskog knocked down. Knights got it, but could not clear. Taves another glove play to keep it in the zone. Sharp angle shot save. Scramble in front and the whistle. With 59 seconds to play. Brock Nelson on the doorstep. The Carter Hart reached in and secured the puck. Lost his goal stick on the play, but does secure it with now a minute to go. Final minute brought to you by Credit One.
Jerry Bednar calls timeout, and he gets down on the front of the boards. He's got the grease board himself. He'll be drawing it up. For Vegas, John Stevens is down talking to his group. Tortorella comes over and says a few things, but Stevens is drawing something up for his crew.
Of course, you remember, Gary, Colorado in the game against Minnesota last Wednesday. Wild had built a 3-0 lead in that game. Colorado rallied to tie it and ultimately win in overtime. Kulak had the overtime winner. One regular season goal for Kulak, and that was his first playoff goal. And it was the overtime winner and the series clincher. Can Colorado do that again? They have a minute left to tie the game. Vegas 3, Colorado 2. Knights got 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Conlon, Dorothea, and Howden. Here in the third period for the Avs, Nichushkin from Colton and Landeskog, a 6-on-4 power play goal from McKinnon and Taves. Remember, no Kel McCarr for the Avs, no Mark Stone for the Golden Knights. A minute to go after the Colorado timeout. Wedgwood, the goalie, is on the bench. 6-on-5 for the Avalanche. Left circle faceoff. Carter Hart will watch the draw to his right. Brock Nelson against Nick Dowd, 2 veterans. Here we go. To the corner it goes. McNabb gets the puck. He is undercut and goes down. Avalanche get it as a result. Feed to the middle. Taves a shot pad save. Eichel the rebound. He lofts it toward the goal. Wide. Race for the puck. Down ahead of the pack. No icing. He scores! Nick Dowd turns on the afterburners. Empty net goal. And the Knights lead by 2 with 45 seconds to play. Jack Eichel tried for the empty net and missed, but not by too much. Went off the end boards and to the oncoming Nick Dowd. And he races to the puck, and from a somewhat difficult angle, right circle, sends it into the open goal. And the Knights have a 2-goal lead once more with 44.5 to go. Dowd's third of the postseason and first one since the opening round against Utah.
It's another play that starts with a Carter Hart save. 6-on-5, bunch of people in front of him. Taves gets the shot through. Hart comes up with a save, goes to Eichel. He flings it down the ice. As you said, misses but not by much. And then Dowd buries it.
Jack Eichel's 15th assist of the postseason, leading all players. Avalanche get it back in. To the bench goes Wedgwood, 6-on-5 again. Battle for the puck on the near boards with 30 seconds to play in game one. Avalanche get it out high. Here's Malinsky, one-timer blocked. Sissons in the way. Malinsky again, left a Burns try. Save! Rebound secured by Hart. It was under his right pad. Brief hesitation as the referee tried to figure out where the puck was. Under the right pad of Hart near the left post.
You want to win the Stanley Cup, you need elite goaltending, and Carter Hart has supplied it for Vegas tonight, Dan. That's the 38th shot for the Colorado Avalanche, and Carter's only allowed 2 to get by him.
We told you that in the first round series, his save percentage was 898. Second round series against the Ducks, 935. We'll let you know what the percentage is after this one comes to an end. After the draw puck around the boards, tie up along the right wall, 14 seconds to go. Puck to the corner, Knights get it. Looking toward the empty net once more. Dowd doesn't shoot it this time, he'll just bank it in. 5 seconds left, no icing. Burns retrieves, but this one is headed to the books. That's all she wrote in game one. Vegas 4, Colorado 2. The Knights use a 3-0 lead on their path to victory. Coughlin, Dorothea, Howden, and Nick Dowd to make it a 4-2 final. The Knights take a 1-0 series lead in the Western Conference Final. Carter Hart does finish with 36 saves on 38 shots. And that would be a .947 save percentage, barring any adjustments to the shots on goal. .947 is the percentage of 36 out of 38. And Gary, the Knights kept the high-flying Avalanche offense off the board until the third period. And they got their first goal after two Knights defensemen collided. Sort of a broken play leading to the Nichushkin goal. They scored their second marker at 6-on-4. Power play goal, Landeskog from McKinnon and Taves. But that's it. Knights did well to keep that high-flying offense at bay, relatively speaking. Of course, worth noting, there was no Cale Makar, Devon Taves, in most situations playing in that role. The Knights got the game's first goal. That is the 7th time that has happened in the playoffs. They're now 6-1. They took a lead to the third period. They're now 7-0 when that happens. And obviously they held on despite bending just a little bit. And they hold on, win it 4-2 here in game one.
Well, at 3-0, it didn't feel like a 3-0 game. Colorado had chances. Carter Hart was better than Wedgwood tonight. There's no question about that. And Vegas was, the guys that got chances, they buried them. And a lot of really good stories going on. And you mentioned Cale Makar. The other side of that is Vegas still without Mark Stone and Jeremy Lauzon. So you get to this time of the year, there's no excuses. Everybody's got injuries. People are banged up. It's who can play through it, who can get the best goaltending, and who can get on a little bit of a hot streak.
And who steps up for those injured or absent players. And again, Ben Hutton and Dylan Coughlin were not Golden Knights players at the start of this postseason. The third pair was Lauzon and Korzak. And what do you know? Both Coughlin and Hutton record points today. Their first career postseason points. Coughlin a goal, his first NHL goal in 5 years. Coughlin from Sod and Sissons at 12:29, 1-0 Knights. Dorothea with a power play goal. 2.5 minutes later, Dorothea from Marner and Hurdle. Of course, Dorothea leads the NHL in postseason goals. Marner leads